And then offline scrimmage. Senior. What number is the son? 8. Half a big.
Before today's national anthem, we would like to have a brief moment of silence in honor of former Union College football player Ben Goodhue, class of 1998, who lost his courageous battle with brain cancer this week. Ben earned bachelor's and master's degrees from Union, and later went on to earn a second master's degree from Springfield College while coaching with the football team. He was a beloved public school teacher and coach in Eastern Massachusetts, and was named the Massachusetts Physical Education Teacher of the Year while battling cancer in 2019. Survived by his wife Sarah and 2 daughters, Ben Goodhue was 45 years old. Please join us in a moment of silence. And now we invite you to please remain standing and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem being performed today by the Mantra Constantine.
Back here with 6-year head coach Jeff Behrman before he takes on Springfield College 2-0, coming off of road win against Worcester State. What do we like from the team?
What's so they come to work every day. Mentality. They practice hard, so they're prepared.
You've got your defense, especially the run defense, has been excellent for the first 2 games. It's going to be tested today against the Springfield triple option that ran for nearly 500 yards last week. What do you see as the keys there, and how important is it going to be for your run defense to kind of play that assignment football against that option?
Yeah, I think no more, no less.
How about any additional other keys that you see specifically to this afternoon's game?
Obviously, we have to be able to possess the ball and be productive with our opportunities when we have the ball, because they're going to possess it, and that's what a triple option team does. But from there, it just becomes just playing good football.
Thanks, Coach. Best of luck. You win this game. Joining us in the pregame. Getting ready here for the 13th ranked Dutchman against Springfield College.
Yeah, it will be a good game. Come on!
Christian Hooper to kick off.
short kickoff. Union's going to receive. It's caught on the bounce and brought all the way out past the 30-yard line. Over to the 35. And Andrew Santola alongside Jack Sherry.
Good job, boys. Good job.
Number 14, Aaron Burton. And the first and 10 for the Dutchman. Ball play at the 35-yard line. First and 10 from the 35.
It'll be first and 10 for Union College as they'll take the ball. The 13th ranked Dutchman 2-0. Quarterback William Bellamy out there. First and 10 for the Dutchman at the 35. Shotgun snap, they give it to Erebor. I.K. Erebor ahead for a couple of yards on first down. A note for the Union College offense. Receiver Andre Ross Jr. out of the lineup this afternoon with an injury. Got injured last weekend in the victory against Worcester State, so he is a big guy to have absent. So 2nd and 8 for the Dutchman. Shotgun snap to Bellamy, fakes the handoff. Now he's going to throw. He's looking to the near side for Finn Duran. He goes up, and good defense there as Duran almost was able to bring it down. Ronald Beard in coverage. The Stony Brook transfer for Springfield College knocked it away. It'll be 3rd down. Long 3rd down here facing Union on its first drive, first minute of this game. Glad you could join us here on UnionCollegeAthletics.com. 13th ranked Dutchman and the pride of Springfield. So 3rd and 8. Bellamy has 2 receivers to the near side. Drops back to pass. Short pass for Erebor. He's going to try to get the first down. He does. 45 and gets out near midfield. So on 3rd and 8, Jack, they throw a short pass to I.K. Erebor out of the backfield, and he's able to move the sticks.
Yeah, they definitely needed that. They would have been in a lot of trouble without it.
So first down out near midfield as Union gets the first down on 3rd and 8. 1st and 10, ball at the 47. Union's opening drive here. 2 minutes in, they give it to Erebor, running to the near side to the left. He's got room. He's into Springfield territory and close to another first down. Running behind the big offensive line. We'll give you the starters in just a second as Union hurries to the line here. It's 2nd and 1 at the Springfield 44. Low snap. Bellamy goes down to get it. Fakes the handoff. He's going to go way deep looking for Tolbert. There was a lot of contact. And it will be an incomplete pass. C.J. Lavery, the captain back there in the secondary for Springfield, as Bellamy was looking long for Robbie Tolbert, the freshman who already has 4 receiving touchdowns this season.
Just last game alone, he had 58 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Tolbert is making an impact, the freshman from Maryland. 10 catches in the first 2 games. So it's 3rd and 1. Bellamy is going to hand it off, and here's Fiore, Michael Fiore, the sophomore from Long Island, who's going to get the, I think it was close to the first down. They got the first down. They turned the dial down over there to 4th down, and they haven't moved the chains yet, but the referee is instructed it is indeed a first down.
Again, very good for them. They were definitely going to be in some trouble without it.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, and they go on the 3rd and long. Jack, they went a pass out of the backfield. That one 3rd and 1. So they've a couple of 3rd down conversions here for the Union offense on this opening drive. We heard from Union head coach Jeff Behrman in the pregame, and we'll try to pick apart his thoughts or even play it for you here as Fiore has a big hole running to the right side, and he's got a 1st down inside the 30 to the 25. A big run for Michael Fiore, who is the team's leading rusher coming into the game with 153 yards, averaging 8.1 yards a carry.
Yeah, certainly an impressive couple of games so far from the sophomore.
Fiore, a couple of nice runs. He got the 3rd down conversion and then a big run there as Union is driving down the field on its opening drive. So they spot the ball inside the 25 at the 24. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Dutchman. Irabor back out there. There's 3 receivers, Bellamy in the shotgun. It was going to be the pistol formation. Now Irabor moves from behind Bellamy to his left. Bellamy takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to throw, looking. It's complete, and it's going to be a touchdown.
Good catch from number 9 there.
Bellamy connects with Finn Duran, the junior receiver from Connecticut, and that puts Union in front 6-0. Well, you said it, Jack. Terrific catch there from Finn Duran.
Yeah.
Extra point is up, and it is good from sophomore Andrew Lau. And with 11:56 to go in the opening quarter, it is Union 7 and Springfield nothing.
Yeah. And good for Duran to get that. That was his first touchdown of the season, and it was very impressive that he was able to do that.
And we talked about, Jack, playing without Andre Ross Jr., who is one of the top receiving threats for Union. He's got his uniform top on, but he does not have his pads on down there. He's injured, was injured last week against Worcester State. And Finn Duran, his first career receiving touchdown, catches the pass from William Bellamy, who, for William Bellamy, 57th touchdown pass and first receiving touchdown for Finn Duran, and Union is up 7-0. So just exactly, Jack, what you want to do on the opening drive. You get the ball. They had a couple of 3rd down conversions. They were able to make it work, and they are able to go down the field and score a touchdown.
Yeah, good for them that they were able to do that so quick into the game.
Kickoff being returned by Terrain Burton for Springfield, and he gets up near the 30-yard line, and that's where the Pride will start. So Union is coached by 6th-year head man Jeff Behrman. And on the other side, Springfield is coached by an alum of Springfield, 1993 grad Mike Sarasuolo, also in his 6th season at the helm of his alma mater. And Springfield, we're going to see a lot of running the football with senior quarterback David Wells, and they're going to pitch it on the first play, and a big tackle there as Austin St. Pierre, couple of number 9s making an impact early, as number 9 Finn Duran makes the touchdown reception. And then the number 9 on defense is senior captain Austin St. Pierre, and he made the tackle on Isaiah Cashwell-Doe, stopping him behind. And it's going to be important, as we heard from head coach Jeff Behrman in the pregame, assignment football here against this triple option attack that Springfield runs. They ran for over almost 500 yards last week in a victory down in New Jersey against Rowan. Getting to the outside, and a good run there from 20, who is Ryan Daguerre, the local guy, Mahonison graduate from Schenectady, New York. So Daguerre gets a handful of yards. It'll be 3rd and short. It's about 3rd and 3, so that was an 8-yard pickup for Daguerre, one of the co-captains of this Springfield team. Wells hitting the backfield, able to get the pitch away to Daguerre. Daguerre trying to spin and twist, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds short of the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down, Jack.
Yeah, great for the Union defense to start the game off strong against this very running-heavy team.
As Springfield will be bringing the punt team out, it looks at least, as punter Pat Toohey punt is away, caught inside the 20. And a good job by the Springfield coverage to get down and tackle Julian Banzerzy at the 16-yard line. That's where Union will take over.
It'll certainly be interesting after last week's tremendous win for the Dutchmen in an astounding 62-13 win to see if they can continue this momentum into this game.
So first down, carry for Erebor. Short run for IK Erebor. Erebor came in a Division III preseason All-American, has 139 yards through the first 2 games. Last time these two teams played, back in 2019, he had 88 yards and a touchdown against Springfield in the 2019 Union victory, which was also here at Frank Bailey Field. These two programs used to be Liberty League rivals. Now Springfield plays in the NUMAC, which is a New England league. As Bellamy hits Erebor out of the backfield, they get a couple more, but it's going to be 3rd and 6 facing Union. They did well, Jack, on that first drive on 3rd downs. Let's see what they dial up here on 3rd and 6.
Yeah, let's hope that they can continue that momentum. And
Bellamy looks to the sideline for the call. Offensive coordinator Travis James in his first year with Union. Bellamy drops back, has time. He's going to let it fly. He's looking for Tolbert, and it's just out of his reach. Incomplete. So it'll bring up 4th down, and the punt team will come out for the Dutchman. So Bellamy trying to connect with Tolbert, and he's just been a bit off the mark, but they are looking for Robbie Tolbert, the freshman out of Laurel, Maryland. Again, Jack, as you mentioned, 4 receiving touchdowns through the first 2 games. He's been making an impact early here in his freshman season.
yeah,
8:26 to go in the first quarter, and it will be Andrew Lau out to punt. Lau kind of went off the side of his foot. We'll see if it gets a Union hop and a skip, and it does. Continues to roll all the way inside the 35. So a good roll for Andrew Lau, who has only had 4 punts this season. That was his 5th. But he's averaging 51 yards a punt, and that's been buoyed by his long punt, which was a 71-yarder 2 weeks ago. That one hit down and then rolled about 30 yards. But Lau's done a good job. He's kicking and punting for the Dutchman. So Springfield will have it for the Pride and their second possession, 1st and 10 at the 33. And Union defense not being fooled by that triple option earlier, as Dan Gioso was in for the tackle, and preseason All-American up front. Give you the Union defense here up front. It's Gioso, Jamar Edwards, and Jack Flanagan in a 3-4 setup. The linebackers, the starting linebackers, Connor Fitzgerald, Tommy Cavallo, Cam Adams, and Colin Lama. And then in the secondary, Davion Clements, Nathan Sullivan, senior co-captain Austin St. Pierre, and Azari Lewis. The ball is out, and it's a fumble recovered by the Dutchman. And it's Colin Lama. Lama, the senior from Stoughton, Massachusetts, falls on the football, and a big turnover there as Springfield, the rushing attack. They've got to keep you talk to head coach Sarasuolo, he knows, with an option, you've got to keep those possessions and those pitches crisp. Well, they had a bad pitch there, and it ends up as a turnover, and Colin Lama right there. And Jack, as you said earlier, this is the first game with the students back on campus, and the crowd kind of getting back behind the Dutchman after that turnover.
Yeah, it's really great to see so many people here, loving Union football again. It's really awesome.
So the Dutchmen have it 1st and 10 from the Springfield 25. First play is Iribor up the middle, and he's got not a lot of room as he runs into Mike Mancuso, senior from New Jersey. We'll give you the offensive line for the Dutchmen. They've had 2 drives. This is their 3rd drive. It's all anchored up front by D3 preseason All-American at left tackle Tim Driscoll, Kis Kachadurian All-League selections at left guard. Stephen Cravani is the center. Kevin Dewing and Stan Koss on the right side of the offensive line for the Dutchmen. Union leading 7-0 here with under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Touchdown pass from Bellamy to Finn Duran. Looking for Duran again. There was a lot of contact, but it'll be an incomplete pass as Bellamy got knocked down. Incomplete. They're looking for Finn Duran. Try to give you the Springfield defense here, although it's 3rd and long for the Dutchmen. See what they dial up here. They've already converted a couple of 3rd down opportunities in this first quarter on that opening drive that went all the way down the field for 6. Bellamy gives to Iribor. Iribor knifing his way through the defense, and he is going to be he gets the first down, gets down to the 15-yard line, and a first down. So they run it, Jack, on 3rd and long, and Iribor, a nice run there.
Iribor's been doing great this season so far. Last game, he really killed it. Rushed for 84 yards. He got 2 touchdowns. Let's hope that he can continue that this game.
So the Union offense keeps the drive alive here. This is a Springfield defense that's averaged 24 points per game allowed. Actually, they've allowed 24 points in both of the first 2 games. Iribor was a bit of a high snap from Bellamy. He's able to corral it and get it to Iribor for a couple. So this Springfield defense has a number of returners in Captain DJ Brown, who's a junior but been starting since he was a freshman, junior linebacker. CJ Lavery, a senior back in the secondary. This is an experienced secondary with Kyle Neer, and CJ Lavery. And then Ronald Beer, the Stony Brook transfer, and Damian Rabus. And now it looks like Union is going to take a timeout. Well, that'll give us a chance here. We'll hear what Union head coach Jeff Behrman had to say in the pregame. Coach Jeff Behrman before Union takes on Springfield. And Coach, 2-0, you coming off a road win last week at Worcester State. What have you liked from the team throughout the first 2 weeks?
Their focus. I like their focus, their attention to detail. They come to work every day with the right mentality, and they practice hard, so they're preparing the correct ways.
You've got your defense, especially the run defense, has been excellent through the first 2 games. It's going to be tested today against a Springfield triple option that ran for nearly 500 yards last week. What do you see as the keys there, and how important is it going to be for your run defense to kind of play that assignment football against that option?
Yeah, I think, it's the thing about Springfield is they know who they are, they know what they do, and they execute it at a very, very high level. So when you're playing a triple option team, it all comes down to your assignment. And our guys have to have their eyes in the right place. They got to put their feet in the correct place and then get their hands in the correct place in that order: eyes, feet, and hands. And then they just have to do their job, no more, no less.
How about any?
So that was Union head coach Jeff Behrman. We played that in the pregame, but we were having a little bit of technical difficulty, so we appreciate head coach Jeff Behrman making some time for us in the pregame. Only the final question there were some keys to the game. And now we get a timeout, Union. So that'll let us reset here. Again, a nice Saturday, although it's a little humid.
Yeah.
Andrew Santillo and Jack Sherry up here in the broadcast booth at Frank Bailey Field. The 13th ranked Dutchman lead Springfield 7-0. And Jack, your impressions so far of the first quarter?
They had a little bit of they had a great start, and then a rough kind of second chance there to get some more points, but impressive 7-0 start. Let's hope that they can continue this throughout the game.
Dutchmen are 2-0, and again under head coach Jeff Behrman in his 6th year, his 5th season, because of the no season back in last year in 2020. But this is an offense that is putting up points, to your point, Jack, averaging 55 points a game and just a tick under 500 yards a game, 499 yards of offense per game through the first 2 games.
Yeah. I mean, last week, they scored 60 or more points for the first time in a game since 1991, which is so unbelievably impressive, I feel.
They did that on the road at Worcester State. Second down, Bellamy looking, and he throws it over the head of I.K. Iribor, incomplete, so it'll be 3rd down and long. Union leading 7-0 with 5:26 to go here in the first quarter. I would say an unusually warm mid to late September afternoon here in the Capital District, as the thermometer said above 80 close to game time. It is supposed to cool down a little bit, although there's a chance for showers too. We're hoping we can avoid that. Certainly the fans across the hill, across the way on the hill, are hoping that we can avoid those shower possibilities.
Oh, yeah.
The late 4:30 start. They hand it off for Iribor, trying to get to the edge, and he's going to be tackled. A flag flies in. It was Kyle Neer, the senior from Bayshore, New York, up to make the stop for Springfield. Iribor got to the 10, so we'll see what the flag is, but he did not get enough yardage for the first down. I think it's going to be a hold on Union, which I imagine would be declined. So we'll see here as Union looks like it's going to bring out the kicking team. As Andrew Lau will be out to attempt a field goal. Has not had to attempt a field goal yet this season, but this one will be from 27 yards at the right hash. Stratton Sherman is the holder. The kick is up, and it is good. So a 27-yard field goal from Andrew Lau. And with 5:11 to go here in the first quarter, it's Union 10 and Springfield nothing.
Great for Lau. He's been doing really well with the punting and the kickoffs, and it's good for him to finally get a field goal this season.
Yeah, you said it. 10 of 11 on extra points.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about his punting average that was helped out by that one really long punt 2 weeks ago against Morrisville State.
Yeah.
So a 27-yard field goal official, and it's 10-0 Union here in the opening quarter. Clouds are starting to roll in, so the chance for rain was right about the 5 o'clock hour. So it looks to be, if we can get through this little chance of rain, we should have clear skies the rest of the evening. Short kick picked up at the 15. Dancing and then getting out over the 30 was, I believe that was Burton, Terrain Burton, the sophomore from Nantucket, Massachusetts. So Springfield will start 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Springfield 1-1. They lost to Western New England in the first week and then defeated Rowan last week. And Coach Sarasuolo said, great feeling winning. When you go on the road and perform, it feels good. And then talked about having not played last year and basically just getting to see the kids' smiles in the locker room after a win. It had been so long without having played last year. So to get that winning feeling back for Springfield last week on the road at Rowan, as this is Wells, the senior quarterback, who keeps it and gets ahead to the 38. Actually, the drive started at the 34. I said 39. So it'll be 2nd and call it 6.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this triple option style offense, Springfield's only completed 3 passes this season. And the guy out there right now, Wells, has not completed any. He's the senior. He got banged up in the first game. There's flags fly as I think Union jumped off sides. The pitch comes to Cashwell Doe, and he is hit and dropped right at the 40, but I think there's going to be an offsides on Union, which will give Springfield 5 free yards. And just as we say that, Jack, it has started to rain here at Frank Bailey Field, which is interesting because the field is in the sun, but where kind of we are located, there's a big cloud, and it is starting to rain as the umbrellas pop out below us.
Yeah.
So it was offsides on Union. So that'll give Springfield 5 extra yards, and it'll be 2nd and 2 instead of 2nd and 4, or 3rd and 4 rather. So Wells was banged up in the first game, and Coach Sarasuolo said good to see him back on the field last week at Rowan. Again, this is a Springfield offense that ran for nearly 500 yards last week. This is up the middle. I believe that was Callahan. Oh, nope, 30, Pat Lattice. And now it's really starting to come down here.
Yeah.
So we thought this was going to happen. It was really warm and humid pretty much all afternoon, and this little rainstorm is supposed to break the humidity a little bit. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately for the fans, they're having to kind of scramble because what was a beautifully sunny day has now turned into a bit of a rain squall, if you will.
Yeah.
This is a pass. This is Cashwell Doe, and Cashwell Doe's got a first down into Union territory, and he brings it all the way down to the 38. That may have even been a backwards pass. I'm not sure how they're going to enter that into the system, but a screen pass to Isaiah Cashwell Doe, and the senior from Woburn, Massachusetts, has Springfield's best offensive play of the game as they get all the way down to the Union 38. Springfield led by its big offensive line. It was just recognized by D3Football.com as the offensive line of the week for their tremendous performance last week at Rowan. This is Lattice up the middle, and Lattice goes for about 6 or 7 on first down. They're led up front by senior Lou Kakaza, Chris Eichler. Kevin Lind, a sophomore center, has really stepped in, according to Coach Saraswolo. Cameron Borges and John Weber up front for the Springfield offensive line, which again rushed for 496 yards last week at Rowan. This is a Springfield offense that's rushed for over 700 yards. Ball's out as Lattis dropped it. And they put it on the turf. And we'll see, there has been no indication. Now it's Union football. So second fumble of the game for the Springfield offense. I'm not sure who came out of there, but the Union sideline is pretty excited.
Yeah.
As Springfield with a second fumble, as the rain really starting to come down now.
Yeah.
And it's sending the fans scrambling here at Frank Bailey Field. But the Union defense already with 2 turnovers here. We talked about Union's run defense, which has only allowed 36 yards in 2 games, and Springfield's rushing offense, which is rushed for over 700 yards in 2 games. Springfield got the running game going there a little bit, but they fumbled the ball for the second time. And now it's Union 1st and 10 at the 25. And Jack, turnovers are going to be the big wild card here.
Yeah.
As
Definitely.
Springfield has fumbled now twice.
Yeah. And good for Union that they were able to get both of those fumbles. I was just about to say I was very impressed with the amount of people that were staying here, but it looks like that most people are now leaving.
Well, it is starting to come down pretty hard out there.
Mm-hmm.
Clock running under 1:30 to go, and it looks like Union's going to take a timeout. Dutchmen are up 10-0. Well, this rainstorm is certainly cooling it down a bit.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But unfortunately, the fans have had to run for cover here.
Yeah.
Andrew Santillo and Jack Sherry here in the broadcast booth at Frank Bailey Field. First quarter getting towards the end, Union leading 10-0. The Dutchmen have a touchdown pass from William Bellamy to Finn Duran. And then a 27-yard field goal from Andrew Lau has put the Dutchmen up 10-0. And what started as a beautifully sunny, hot, humid game at about 84 degrees.
Yeah.
And now it is raining pretty good out there.
Mm-hmm.
Springfield's got 2 fumbles already in this first quarter. Second and 8. Here's Irabor. Irabor trying to shake defenders, but he can't get away from DJ Brown, the junior captain from Wading River, New York. Makes a big tackle and pushes Irabor back. It'll be 3rd and 12, Jack.
Yeah. Not the best thing for the Union offense, but we've seen that they can come back from these 3rd down deficits.
So let's see what they dial up here on 3rd and 12. Bellamy threw it, and it was off the hands of Robbie Herman. Herman would have had a long way to go to try to get the first down, but just couldn't pull it in. And so it'll bring up 4th down. Herman, the senior from Connecticut. Two catches so far this year for Robbie Herman. 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. Union leading at 10-0, and Andrew Lau out to punt for the second time in this game. Lau kind of had it go off the side of his foot, and this one's going to take a Springfield roll, and it's going to roll out of bounds at the Union 38. So we've talked about it. Lau hit a field goal. He's doing the kicking duties and punting for the Dutchman.
Yeah.
And that one, not one of his best so far this season, as it rolled off of his foot, and Springfield's going to get good field position here to start this drive. So they actually mark it at the 37, and that's where Springfield will take over, trailing 10-0 as the rain continues to fall here at Frank Bailey Field, although it's letting up just a tad. If you're just joining us, Springfield has just kind of gotten its offense going on the last drive they had before they put the ball on the turf. A fumble from Pat Lattis. But they've got great field position here, 1st and 10 at the Union 37 as they trail 10-0. David Wells, the senior from Shelton, Connecticut, under center. Wells hands it off for Callahan, and Callahan dives ahead. That's kind of what you have to guard against here. That didn't look like a terrific run, but when you're just diving ahead and you get 5 or 6 yards on first down, that sets you up in a good spot moving forward.
Yeah.
Callahan last week, 21 carries for 151 yards and 3 touchdowns. He was named the NEWMAC, which is the New England Women's and Men's Athletic Conference Offensive Player of the Week. So that'll do it for the first quarter. After one here from Frank Bailey Field, a wet Frank Bailey Field. It's Union 10 and Springfield nothing. You are listening to Union College Football on UnionAthletics.com. Back here to start the second quarter, Union fans visit Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady. Open for lunch, dinner, before or after Union games. Is the best place to watch college football and hockey with friends and family. That's the Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady. A proud supporter of Union College and Union College football. Stick with us at halftime as we'll have an interview with Union co-captain Colin Lama. We'll also take a look at some of the statistics and some scores from around the country at halftime. First play of this second quarter, it's 2nd and 5 for the Pride. Wells was going to pitch it, almost lost it, and now he gets swallowed up. Only got maybe a yard to the 31. The Union defense has done a good job so far, and that's the thing you want to guard against with the option. They're going to dink and dime you down the field, but you don't want to give up any big breakaway plays here where maybe you think the ball was pitched or handed and then your defense is going one way and then they misdirect you and go the other way. That you want to try to avoid as best you can the big plays.
Yeah.
As the Union fans kind of scurry back to their seats here as the rain seems to have subsided. Everyone's shirts are a little bit wet. The stands are a little bit wet, but everyone's kind of trying to make their way back in as Wells dives ahead for the first down around the right side. Springfield has used 3 quarterbacks so far this season. David Wells, they've used a freshman, Chris Keefe, who had to step in due to injuries to both Wells and junior Armando Torres. Torres is out this game, but he had run for over 109 yards so far this season, junior from San Juan, Puerto Rico. He's out with an injury this week, so if we see anybody besides Wells, it would be the freshman Chris Keefe. Right now it's Wells. He's going to hand it off to Callahan, and Callahan gets inside the 25, a pickup of about 3 or 4. again, behind this Springfield offensive line, which is led by senior left tackle captain Lou Kakaza, who head coach Sarah Swallow said is an unbelievable leader who anchors that offensive line for the Springfield Pride. This is, I believe, Callahan again, right up the middle inside the 20, and he's going to be close to a first down. Between Callahan and Lattice, Coach Sarah Swallow said, Tim and Pat, they're two of our toughest kids. Lattice, a senior, 5'11", 205. Callahan, back for his 5th year of eligibility, 6'1", 225 from Enfield, Connecticut. It's 3rd and short. They give it to Callahan. He's got the first down, and he's close to the 10. It might be 1st and goal for Springfield here in the opening minutes of the second quarter. Union leading it 10-0. This will be 1st and goal for Springfield as the Pride are moving the football down the field here, Jack.
Yeah. I mean, this is what Union has to watch out for, these small little downs where they're just moving a couple of yards.
Both Callahan and Lattice have big averages. Lattice 6.3 yards a carry, Callahan 5.2 yards per carry. Here's Wells. Wells going to pitch it for Cashwell Doe. Cashwell Doe trying to get to the goal line, and he's going to be stopped inside the 5. Tough to see who tackled there. Union's got their gray jerseys on this afternoon with the garnet numbers, and it's hard to see that far side of the field who made the tackle. But it's 2nd and goal for Springfield. Ball is at the 4-yard line. 11:30 to go before halftime. Cashwell Doe in motion. They give it to Callahan. Oh, no, it's Wells, and Wells is in for the touchdown. Well, Springfield faked me out, and Union, I think they thought they had Callahan stopped as well.
Yeah.
And it was Wells who took the keeper into the end zone for the touchdown, and Springfield is on the board.
Yeah.
So it's 10-6 with 11:18 to go here before halftime as Christian Hutra is out to attempt the extra point. Hutra has not missed an extra point in the last 2 years. And he doesn't miss here. It was 41 of 41 2 years ago, and then now he's 7 of 7 this season, Christian Hutra. And it's 10-7, Union leading with 11:18 to go. Union fans, Brown Coach is the official charter company and a proud supporter of Union College athletics. Call Brown Coach or Brown Travel for all of your charter and travel needs. That's Brown Coach, a proud supporter of Union College and Union College football. Andrew Santillo and Jack Sherry in the broadcast booth here. It's the second quarter, Union leading 10-7. The 13th-ranked Dutchmen are 2-0, taking on the Springfield College Pride, who are 1-1. And Jack, Union got out to that 10-0 lead. Then the rain fell. It kind of stalled the Union offense. The Union fans ran for cover, and Springfield has been able to get on the scoreboard now as the rain has stopped. But it seemed like that maybe has been a momentum changer, if you will.
Yeah.
As Springfield has kind of picked up some momentum here from not necessarily from the rain, but just that's kind of how it worked out.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely seems like the rain combined with the end of the first quarter may have changed some stuff up here.
And Union, which had its crowd behind it, then they had to scurry through the rain, and then now they're back trying to root on the Dutchmen. Big hit on the return as it's Kevin Raybacks out close to the 25, but he got hit pretty hard there on the kick return by one of the Springfield College special teamers. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Union, and they got to get the offense back on track here, Jack. 1st and 10 from the 23. What do you expect to see here?
I'm hoping that Erebor can certainly come out and, do his thing, give us a couple of yards. Maybe Bellamy can come out, give us some good stuff.
We'll see what the call is here on 1st and 10. Bellamy gives the ball to Erebor, who bounces it outside. And IK Erebor, who is rode out of bounds by Kyle Nair. A big pickup on 1st down. Well, you called it there, Jack.
Yeah.
They got Erebor going here on 1st down, and he picked up 8, got out to the 31.
Yeah. Erebor and Bellamy are certainly a good duo here in this game.
Bellamy has the 1 touchdown pass for the Dutchman, connecting with Finn Duran in the first quarter as Union went out in front 10-0. Now it's 10-7. The good thing about the rain coming through is it seems like it's cooled down a little bit. Bellamy fakes the handoff. He's got Tolbert, and Tolbert makes the catch in Springfield territory. It'll be a 1st down. He's knocked down by Kyle Neer. But, Jack, the first time Bellamy and Tolbert have been able to connect this afternoon.
Yeah, good for them.
Tolbert, again, leads Union with 4 receiving touchdowns so far this season. The freshman from Laurel, Maryland, gets to the Springfield side of the field as it is 1st and 10 from the Springfield 48. Bellamy takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Erebor. He's looking way deep. He's looking for Tolbert, who's got it. And Tolbert reaches for the end zone, and he is short of the end zone. Back-to-back big plays to Robbie Tolbert.
Yeah, certainly a great play. Gets him in a great position to just run it right into the end zone.
They hurry up to the line. Erebor trying to get to the end zone, to the goal line, and he's pushed back and stopped. Union tried to get up there quick and run a play fast. Erebor is not able to get through the line, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But back-to-back big plays from Bellamy to Tolbert, and Erebor is actually shaken up here as he's kind of favoring that left leg as he comes to the sideline. We'll have to keep an eye on him as he's replaced by Michael Fiore in the backfield. 9:15 to go here before halftime. It's Union 10, Springfield 7, but the Dutchman looking to add on. Bellamy, a bit of a high snap, gives for Fiore, and Fiore trying to reach for that goal line, but he's stopped. So it's 3rd down here. Jack, 3rd and goal. They've gone back-to-back runs with Erebor and Fiore, and what do you think now here on 3rd and goal?
Well, I mean, we certainly saw in the first quarter that they were able to do some great stuff during the 3rd down, so hopefully they can pull out that magic again and get some more points here.
We'll see if they, Tolbert is on the near side here. We'll see if it's the freshman who gets the target, or if they're going to run it again. Well, they fake the handoff. Bellamy's going to try and run it, and he's in to the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown, Union College, as Bellamy does it himself. The rushing touchdown puts Union in front 16-7. Well, for William Bellamy, he had his 57th passing touchdown of his career in the first quarter. I'm pretty sure that might be his first rushing touchdown of his career. Certainly his first rushing touchdown of the season.
Yeah.
As Union now is in front 16-7, and Andrew Lau out for the extra point with 8:23 to go before halftime. Goes off of both posts. It hit the upright, hit the right upright, then careened across and hit the left upright and stayed out. So the missed extra point leaves Union up by 9, 16-7 with 8:23 to go before halftime. Again, stay with us at halftime. We'll take a look at the first half statistics, and then we have an interview with senior co-captain Colin Lama, which we'll play for you. We recorded during the week before practice. Colin was generous enough to stop by and spend some time. So we'll have that interview at halftime. So stick around. An interview with Colin Lama at halftime. We'll take a look at the first half statistics and some scores from around the country here as we got started a little late this afternoon. 4:30 kick. So a number of games across the country already in the have already wrapped up or already in the finish. We've got final scores to look at halftime. So Lau, who just hit off of both uprights, kicks off, and it's caught at the 13. Got up to the 25 and then pushed back was Ryan Hendricks. I believe that was 34. So Springfield will start 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. 8:14 to go before halftime. Andrew Santillo and Jack Sherry in the broadcast booth here at Frank Bailey Field. Union leading at 16-7. If you're just joining us, it was really hot and humid at the start of the game, and then right at about the end of the first quarter, we had pretty heavy rain come through, and now it's lightened up a bit, and completed pass to Cashwell Doe, and he's going to go to the distance. As Springfield doesn't throw it very often, but this time they went from Wells to Isaiah Cashwell Doe, and it's going to go for a touchdown, a 74-yard touchdown. By far the longest pass of the season for Springfield, which had only completed 3 passes through the first 2 games. And that's what we talked about, Jack, in the pregame. You've got a triple option style attack. You can't get beat on big plays, and that one was a big pass from Wells to Cashwell Doe. The extra point is up from Hutra, and it is good. So with 8:03 to go in the first half, it is Union 16 and Springfield 14. First passing touchdown of the season for Wells. First receiving touchdown. First receiving touchdown for Cashwell Doe, who had a rushing touchdown earlier this year. Union fans, be sure to stop by the Center Street Pub, located at 308 Union Street in Schenectady, featuring TVs to watch all of your favorite teams, great food, and live entertainment. Center Street is a proud partner of Union College Athletics and Union College football. That's the Center Street Public House and Garden. So Union's lead has been cut to 16-4 with 8:03 to go in the first half, and Union was up 10-0. Springfield came back, scored a touchdown, then Union scored, and then a one-play drive as a 74-yard pass, I believe it was officially, from Wells to Isaiah Cashwell Doe. That was just his second reception of the season. So this will be Christian Hutra to kick it away as the Suns come back out right into the eyes of, I believe that's Raybacks. And Raybacks out over the 25, close to the 30 is where Union will start this drive, leading 16-14. Well, we thought this would be a pretty competitive game. These two former Liberty League rivals, Springfield and Union, getting together for the 24th all-time meeting. The first meeting, Jack, neither of us were there, was back in 1917.
Wow. Yeah.
That was the first meeting. Union's won the last 2 meetings back in 2019 and in 2018. And back in that 2018 game, Springfield was actually ranked 25th, and it was Union's first win over a ranked opponent in a decade as they won that game 45-10 back in 2018. Springfield won the previous 2 matchups in 2015 and 2016. 2016 was the last time these two teams played as Liberty League members before Springfield left the conference to join the new MAC. short run on first down. So Union has 2 touchdowns in this first half. A Bellamy pass to Finn Duran in the first quarter, and then Bellamy sneak, rather. Sneaker? He used his sneakers to run into the end zone.
Yeah.
Bellamy's got to be flushed out of the pocket. Now he's going to take off. He takes a big hit on the sidelines as flags fly everywhere. Bellamy took a big hit. And that's going to draw a 15-yard penalty and some jawing back and forth here as Springfield, I don't know which player it was, got a big hit on Bellamy as he was going out of bounds. Bellamy's back out there. But that's going to be a personal foul, late hit, especially on the quarterback, Jack. They're not going to the referee, I think every referee within 20 yards threw the flag on that one.
Oh, yeah. That was certainly intense.
As Bellamy, you could see, kind of put his head down, too, expecting some sort of contact.
Yeah.
But that was a big hit, and it's going to give Union 15 yards.
Wow, yeah.
And move the football out to the 45-yard line and give the Dutchman a first down. So
Yeah.
big penalty there.
Yeah, definitely. It seemed like Bellamy went flying on the sidelines.
I was actually I was looking to see where he was. He was already back out on the field.
Yeah.
But he did take a pretty good pop there. But he looks to be okay as he's back out there in the pistol formation.
Yeah.
He's going to turn and hand it to oh no, he didn't hand it to Fiore as he puts it up, and a flag flies as they were looking for Tolbert. And now the referees are going to talk about it. The flag flew. The referee's really talking this one over. One of the referees is going to try to wave this thing off.
Yeah.
And they had an intense discussion. One referee was going to wave it off and say, no, incomplete pass. I think they were going to say it was uncatchable.
Mm-hmm.
But then the ref who threw the flag said, nope, yeah, it's pass interference. So back-to-back 15-yard penalties, Jack.
Wow.
Moves the football all the way inside the Springfield territory to the 40-yard line.
Yeah. Certainly great for Union here.
As Bellamy was looking for Robbie Tolbert. The penalty on senior Kyle Neer, who was in coverage, one of the safeties. .6:47 to go here in the first half. It's Union 16, Springfield 14. As the 13th ranked Dutchman lead it by 2. This is Fiore. Fiore's got a head of steam, and he's got a first down inside the 30. Good running from sophomore Michael Fiore, who was able to just cut through the hole on the offensive line and pick up a big chunk of yards, 15 yards down to the 25.
Yeah. Fiore, who's had 2 touchdowns before today's game, certainly a very impressive play from him.
A burst of speed from the sophomore from down on Long Island, Stony Brook, New York. They faked the handoff. Bellamy was going to put it up. Now he's on the move. Looking for Tolbert. He took another big hit from DJ Brown. The pass was incomplete, and it will bring up second down. Three receivers, 2 to the near side. Bellamy takes the snap, gives for Fiore. Fiore's got maybe 1 or 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Dutchman. One of the offensive linemen slow to get up for Union. I was just going to say Ike Irabor also came out in this second quarter banged up. It doesn't look like he has his helmet down on the near sideline here. So it'll be 3rd and long. I'm not sure who it was on the offensive line, but they're back up and ready to roll here. 5:30 to go before halftime. Again, stick with us at halftime. We'll have an interview with senior co-captain Colin Lama. Bellamy faked the handoff, and the pass, I think, was knocked down, but the referees weren't indicating that it had been tipped. But it was incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down. So 4th down and about 9, and they're going to bring out Lau for a field goal attempt. So Lau already hit a 27-yarder in this first half, and now he's going to set up from 41 from the right hash. Good kick, has the distance. It is no good. Definitely had the distance, but it just was wide to the right. No good. So Lau, he had the foot from 41, had the distance, just couldn't get it through the uprights. So it'll go over to Springfield with 5:15 to go before halftime. The Pride have a chance to take the lead as they trail 16-14. Union led this game early 10-0. So Wells out there at quarterback, 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. A flag flies. Cashwell Doe had to corral the pitch, and he goes out of bounds on the far sideline. Short pickup, but there's a flag down over here on the near side. See what the flag is about. Five-yard offsides penalty on the Dutchman, so it'll be 1st and 5. Clock rolling, 5 minutes to go before halftime. Springfield has 2 touchdowns in this first half. They actually have a passing touchdown from Wells to Cashwell Doe. Here's DeGear. And DeGear knocked out of bounds by Austin St. Pierre, but he's got enough for the first down. It was only 1st and 5 after the penalty. And DeGear able to get about 10. Got 9 out to the 38. 1st and 10 for Springfield. So Springfield has 2 touchdowns in this first half, and they also have 2 fumbles. So they've turned the ball over twice, or they could potentially even have the lead here. Union's defense causing 2 fumbles on handoffs. This is a pitch to Cashwell Doe, kind of like a quick hitting screen from Wells to Cashwell Doe, and they pick up a couple yards out to the 41. So Union needs its defense here to make a stand late in the first half. Under 4 minutes to go. Union leading 16-14. Wells, handoff for Callahan. Callahan goes flying up the middle, and he's up near midfield in a first down. And Jack, you mentioned it. Those are the plays you got to avoid. It doesn't look like a lot of yards, but that is a pickup of about 8 yards, and it gives Springfield a first down.
Yeah. I mean, over the course of the game, these accumulate, and I mean, you're moving all the way up the field without the teams even realizing it.
Callahan, again, who ran for 151 yards and 3 touchdowns last week in the victory over Rowan. Averages 5.2 yards a carry. They give it to him again. He's got room to run up the middle. He's still on his feet, and he's knocked down by, finally, at the Union 30 by Lama. Lost his helmet. Callahan, a big run up the middle, pickup of 21, and he's at the Union 30. Callahan, he's going to have to come off the field because he lost his helmet, but he had a lot of room to run, Jack, up the middle for 21.
Yeah, certainly very impressive.
First down and 10, under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Union leading 16-14. The Pride on the move. Wells takes the snap, gives it to, that was 33 on the carry. Nicholas Ranieri, the junior from North Attleboro, Massachusetts. And Ranieri is able to get 3 to the 27. Union defense trying to cause a play or create a turnover here. Keep the Dutchmen ahead as we get near halftime. 2:20 to go. 2nd and 7. The pitch for Cashwell Doe. He gets hit and knocked down on that far side, but he's able to pick up about 4 or 5 inside the 25. It'll be 3rd and short. Springfield sideline is gaining some confidence here. The Union crowd trying to rally the defense here on 3rd and 3 from the 23. 1:45 to go before halftime.
Yeah, certainly will be interesting to see if Springfield can get anything here.
They go right up the middle with Callahan, and Jamar Edwards was right there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now what do? You have a good kicker in Christian Hutra, who is 3 of 3 from field goals. He's hit a 40-yarder. That's his long. But let's see what head coach Mike Sarasuolo decides. He might tick it down and take a timeout here. Or he's going to keep the offense on the field. I think he's got a chance here to maybe try to draw Union off sides. That would be I thought what they're thinking to do here. 5 seconds, see if they snap it. And they take a timeout. So they tried to get everybody to the line to say, hey, we're going to go for it, to try to draw Union off sides. And they were kind of late getting to the line, so they didn't have much time to try to draw Union off. Then they had to call a timeout as the play clock was ticking down.
Yeah.
Jack, your thoughts here. What do you think? 4th and 3. They've got a good kicker, but they've got a good running game.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, personally, I'm a type of person. I would play it safe, try to go for the field goal. It's a little bit longer, but, I mean, it seems like Hutra could certainly do it. But, I mean, you know, their key has been running these last few games, so they could certainly go with that. Yeah.
That's why we don't get paid to make those decisions.
Yeah, definitely.
That's for Springfield head coach Mike Sarasuolo. And it looks like he's got his offense there out on the field. 4th and 3 from the Union 23. Looks like they're going to go for it. So Springfield is going to go for it here. It would have been about a 40-yarder, which Hutra has already hit a 40-yarder this season. See what happens. Wells under center. He's going to take it, keep it himself. He's trying to twist. I don't think he got it. It's going to depend on the spot, and they didn't give it to him. It's going to be a turnover on downs. And the Springfield sideline is not happy. I think that's Coach Sarasuolo. Somebody's out there barking at the referees looking for a spot. I don't think they're looking for a measurement, but boy, oh boy, that was close, Jack.
Yeah.
So they went for it. They kept it with the quarterback Wells, and he was stopped just shy of the 20, but the Springfield coaching staff is irate on that far sideline. I mean, it is from here, we're pretty far away. It looks like the ball's touching the 20-yard line now, so maybe the Springfield coaching staff does have a beef as they had to get to the 20. Either way, though, Union's offense back out on the field with 56 seconds to go, so the Union defense makes another big play. They caused 2 turnovers in the first half and then a turnover on downs here in the final minute. So Bellamy's going to hand the football off, as I think that's Fiore twisting down. So Union seemingly dodging a bullet there as we get towards halftime. Again, if you're just joining us, Union playing without receiver Andre Ross Jr., who got injured last week against Worcester State. And for the time being, at least, it seems like they're playing without IK Irabor, who kind of got banged up. He's actually walking right down in front of us, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like maybe he's going to go get his helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Certainly unfortunate that Ross Jr. and Irabor can't play right now, but I mean, you still have Tolbert and Fiore who can certainly score some touchdowns for them.
Yeah, in fact, to your point, Jack, Fiore was actually the leading rusher through the first two games. Coming into this game, as there's a Springfield player down, it's 41 senior linebacker Jack Dygan. He looks to be okay, the senior from Connecticut. The Springfield's leading tackler coming into the game with 22 tackles through the first two games. So it's going to be 3rd down and 5 with 13 seconds to go before halftime. In what's been a wild first half. We've literally seen everything.
Yeah.
Even a rainstorm.
Oh, yeah.
And we saw Springfield, maybe even more rare than the rainstorm. It was the fact that Springfield had a passing touchdown here in this first half. They'd only completed 3 passes through the first 2 games.
Yeah.
And they threw a 76-yard touchdown from Wells to Isaiah Cashwell-Doe. It wasn't 76 yards in the air.
Yeah.
Cashwell-Doe did a lot of running after he caught it.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to get behind the Union defense. For the Dutchman, 2 touchdowns. Bellamy has a passing touchdown to Finn Duran and then a rushing touchdown, and also a field goal from Andrew Lau is the difference right now as Union leads 16-14. This is Fiore running, trying to get to that far sideline. He's got the first down, and let's see if Union maybe just runs the clock out.
Yeah.
As the clock stops with 7 seconds to go. Again, stick with us at halftime. We'll have an interview with senior co-captain Colin Lama, and that's indeed what Union head coach Jeff Behrman elects to do. He will run the clock out on this first half. An exciting first half here from Frank Bailey Field as the 13th ranked Dutchman going toe-to-toe with former Liberty League foe Springfield College. And through one half of play, it is Union 16 and Springfield 14. So we'll see if we get a first half statistic sheet, but we'll also be playing a interview with senior co-captain linebacker Colin Lama, who, again, we caught up with this week prior to practice as the teams make their way to the locker rooms. Springfield head coach Mike Sarasuolo has a couple of parting words for this referee crew. And I said a couple. He's still actually he's still in the middle of. It might go from a few words to a diatribe as he's out there trying to plead his case on that 4th down that the referee spotted short at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
As Springfield looked like to be going down for what maybe would have been the go-ahead points at that point. And they fumbled, they were stopped short. They also had 2 fumbles in that first half. So Union's defense getting a couple of turnovers. Springfield got the offense going as the first half progressed. Union was out in front 10-0.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if we get that statistic sheet. If not, we'll go to our interview with senior co-captain Colin Lama. Again, we'll take a look at some scores from around the country as it's halftime here at Frank Bailey Field. Now a drying out Frank Bailey Field as it's 16-14, Union leading it at halftime. Well, Jack, before we either take a look at the stats or go into our interview, what were your thoughts of that first half?
Certainly a very interesting first half. Not very similar to their other games that they've had so far this season, but they still have 16 points, which is very impressive. They've had some key players come out, score some great points, and I'm very excited to see what else happens in this game. It seems like it's going to be a very eventful second half.
I think it'll be both locker room chats during halftime. I think are going to be interesting ones because I think Coach Saraswolo on the Springfield sideline has some things that, if they don't fumble a couple of times, they get that first down, they may even have the lead here at halftime. And then, of course, Union head coach Jeff Behrman, I'm sure, has some things that he'd like his team to work on, as it looked like the offense was really going to get rolling there. They scored 10 points in the first quarter and then just the one touchdown in the second quarter.
Yeah.
And we'll take a look at the first half statistics after our interview with Colin Lama, which will be coming up to you here momentarily. Again, we were able to catch up with co-captain Colin Lama. And you'll hear that interview in just a second. We'll take a break here. You're listening to and watching Union College football on UnionCollegeAthletics.com. We are back here with senior linebacker Colin Lama. It's halftime of the Union game versus Springfield, and happy to be joined by Colin. Colin, just talk about some goals for the team this season, this 2021 season coming into the year for you.
Yeah, so every week we look to go 1-0. We focus on the week that we have going for us right away. We don't look ahead. We don't look ahead into the future. We want to take it one game at a time, no matter who the opponent is. So far, we've gone 1-0 twice, and we're looking to do the same today.
Talk about obviously the last full season that was completed was the 2019 season. How good did it feel, to go 10-0, undefeated through the regular season, win a game in the NCAAs? I mean, how good was that for the program and for you personally? Because I'm sure it's something, when you decided to come to Union, that I think maybe was the goal, to make it to the NCAA tournament, and just talk about that season as a whole, the 2019 year.
Yeah, 2019 was great. We came in as freshmen. We were Coach B's first recruiting class. We knew that we wanted to do something special, and that we kind of manifested it. We always talked like how we were going to turn the program around with Coach, and I think that year kind of was the turning point for Union after they were having some tough seasons before. And I think that in 2019 we were able to do some special things, and we're definitely looking to do the same in 2020. Just got to take it one step at a time. But 2019 was great, and we're on to 2021. Sorry, not 2020.
Yeah, you mentioned 2020, and I mean, it's funny. I catch myself saying last year. It was actually 2 years ago that the last season was played. Talk about the 2020 season, and obviously, not playing football, but trying to practice and stay positive, and ultimately the decision to come back and play for Union in 2021. How did that process go for you, and kind of how did you stay positive even though the team wasn't able to get out there on the field?
Yeah, so for the 2020 year as a whole, the seniors who came back kind of all got together. All the seniors got together. We decided who was going to come back, who wasn't gonna. And for me, it was no question. I had unfinished business, and along with the other players who came back, we had unfinished business. And then we got to get on the field during the fall, practice as a team, and then we had spring ball, put the pads on. It was just great to be out there. But it was definitely tough, not to be able to participate in any games and have to be wearing masks while we practiced. But it got us to here, and I wouldn't change anything.
Talking with senior linebacker Colin Lama at halftime between Union and Springfield. Colin, linebacker, you're all-conference guy. Have you always played linebacker? And if not, where were you, even back to your Pop Warner days, high school days, what other positions did you play, and what is it about linebacker now that you're playing that position, or what drew you to this position? What do you like about the playing linebacker?
So, yeah, I've played linebacker since I was a little kid in Pop Warner. It's the only position I've played on defense. And what drew me to it is probably just you're in the middle of the whole defense. You can see everything, and then you can come downhill and you can hit people. I think it's the best position on the field, and it's awesome.
Talk about exactly why you're out of Stoughton, Massachusetts, just south of Boston. What was it about Union when you were kind of looking at schools? What drew you to Union College?
Yeah, so off the bat, it was just definitely their recruiting drew me right in, and also my best friend's on the team, Dan Gioso. He kind of introduced me to Union as well, and I had no idea like what Union was or what they were about. And then I took a visit, and it was awesome. It was great. I had the best time ever, and Coach B kind of like manifested us becoming great, like we were in 2019, and all those things came to fruition, and it was awesome. And it was never. I visited Union, and I knew right away that it was going to be the right place for me.
Talking with senior linebacker Colin Lama. Colin, you're an all-conference guy. You're approaching 200 career tackles. I mean, I know everything is about the team and that sort of thing, but individually, how have you seen yourself progress from being a freshman to now being a senior and being elected one of the captains of this 2021 team?
It's definitely, the game has definitely changed. It's become a lot slower for me. I've definitely gotten my football IQ up a lot higher, and I think that's been the biggest thing for me. I've learned the game as I've gotten older, and I think that the success I've had has also been because of the way we practice, the way we're coached, and also because I've had a bunch of great ball players playing on the D-line and in the secondary to help me out. And I think that mostly the thing that I've progressed and changed is just my football IQ. I think that's the most important thing that's helped me have success.
We're being joined by senior linebacker Colin Lama. So Colin, we're going to do some quick hitters here. So we'll start with some sports type things. So favorite sports team or favorite teams. You're from the Boston area. I don't know if that ultimately means Boston, but just favorite team or teams, growing up.
Yeah, favorite teams were obviously the Patriots and the Celtics. Huge Patriots fan, huge Celtics fan. Not much of a baseball guy, but I am a New York Yankees fan. It's a long story as to how I became that. But so I got Celtics, Patriots, and Yankees.
All right, we'll save the Yankees for part 2 of the interview. How about favorite sports player or somebody that maybe you try to, I don't know if you modeled your game after, or somebody when you were growing up that you kind of idolized, that sort of thing. Favorite sports players? Yeah,
so I'd say Brian Cushing was definitely my idol as a linebacker. I think he was a savage out in the field, and he kind of just had an attitude about him that I like to copy, and I think he was a great player.
How about favorite music or something that you're recently listening to, or when you're working out or at when you're practice type thing that maybe you're listening to, music wise?
Music wise, I'd say that I'm a diverse kind of guy. I like country, I like rap. I'd say for country, Morgan Wallen's my favorite kind of guy. And then for rap, I'd say Pop Smoke.
All right. How about favorite TV show or series or something that you recently watched that you like?
This show called Manifest. It's about this computer. It's an unreal show. I binge watched it through this past summer. It was awesome.
How about favorite movie or a movie growing up that you're, or a couple movies that you like, or favorite movie or one that you put in when you want to watch something that you enjoy?
Favorite movie has to be The Dark Knight Rises, the Batman movie.
Okay, that's a good one. I like that one.
We me and my roommates watched it over camp this summer, and it gets me going for sure.
How about favorite food? And you have a lot to live up to, because when we talked to Tim Driscoll in the halftime of the first game, he talked all about the offensive linemen, what they're ordering and everything. So, favorite food?
Favorite food has to be Chipotle. I actually just had Chipotle, and I think I'd probably get it the most out of anybody I know. And I think that I have it about 4 or 5 times a week. It hits the spot every time, and I can't get sick of it.
Okay, how about what's the order at Chipotle?
The order at Chipotle is a double wrap burrito, double chicken, double white rice, queso, corn, cheese, and avocado.
Okay,
and
wow.
then you're good to go.
That's quite the order there. How about something that you like to do when you're like away from the football field, like, you know, not with either with the guys or with buddies from home, or, you know, something you're doing in the summer, stuff that you like to do maybe away from football?
So I'd say the thing I like to do most when I'm kind of relaxing is play video games. I'm a huge gamer. I'm big into Call of Duty and all that sort of stuff. I take it pretty seriously. Like, my roommates kind of hear me screaming at night sometimes. But yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite hobbies, and I can't get sick of them.
All right, and I have one more for you, and I think I know what the answer is, because you have at least, I think, one interception in your career. What's favorite you have a choice: interception or sack the quarterback?
Interception or sack the quarterback. Honestly, I think interception.
Oh, okay.
I need to get some more of those though, for sure.
All right.
I don't know if I'll be getting many this game since they're going to be running the ball, but
well, that's true. The Springfield offense, I think they've only completed a couple of passes this year, so that's probably off the board. But appreciate Colin Lama, that's senior linebacker co-captain Colin Lama. We appreciate you stopping by. Thanks a lot.
Of course, thanks for having me. It was great.
Thanks to senior co-captain Colin Lama for joining us there, and he had a good Chipotle order.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounded really good.
Let's take a look at some of the first half statistics. Jack, you have the honors there, and you have the sheet in front of you.
I do. So for Union, you know, Michael Fiore, he had a game of 49 yards, which is very impressive. Iribor not far behind him with 37 yards. William Bellamy got 104 yards and a touchdown, which is very impressive. One of the 2 touchdowns that Union has gotten. Him and Tolbert have certainly been killing it in the first half. They've been connecting on a lot of passes, which is really impressive. And Bellamy and Iribor have been really great with some of the passing and rushing plays that have been going on as well. Andrew Lau, who is doing the punting and kickoffs for Union, he's been doing a great job too. He got a great field goal in the first quarter and then missed another one in the second, but he's been doing really well with the great kickoffs. Very excited to see what happens with Union.
And how about over on the other side of the field with Springfield?
Oh, Springfield, well, Tim Callahan has been leading them with rushing with 47 yards, and Cashwell Doe, who we heard a lot of, also had 28 yards. They got a touchdown from David Wells, which was very impressive from him. One of their touchdowns was a passing touchdown, which they don't usually throw the ball anyway, so it was very impressive that they were able to get that done.
Yeah, that was the long one to Cashwell Doe. I think the only I'm not sure, is that the only pass that they that is the only pass that they attempted and the only pass that they completed.
Yeah, but still very impressive from them. But I mean, kind of going into this second half, it's going to be key for Union to be aware of the rushing plays that they have, but also make sure that they're paying attention in case if they decide to throw the football like they did in the first half.
Total offense in that first half, Springfield actually outgaining Union. Of course, that the long touchdown pass helps out. Springfield had 196 yards to Union's 187. We talked about the keys, especially obviously the running game for Springfield. That's what they do. In that first half, they had 122 yards on the ground, which is a lot, and it's a lot more than Union is used to giving up. But it's not anywhere near where they normally get to, because in the first game, Springfield had 211 yards rushing. That was at Western New England. Then last week at Rowan, 496 yards rushing.
Yeah.
And the Union defense has only allowed 18 yards a game running, but against the Springfield attack, that is certainly going to be put to the test.
Oh, yeah.
as Springfield running their vaunted option-style offense that was put in back in the 80s under longtime head coach Mike DeLong, who installed that offense back in the late 80s. Union College and Union Football would like to thank the following sponsors for their support this season: Brown Coach, CDPHP, the Center Street Public House and Garden, Courtyard by Marriott, Mohawk Harbor, Curtis Lumber, Doubletree by Hilton, Trusco Bank, Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub, Ortho New York, New Country Lexus of Latham, Sefkew, the Homewood Suites, and Bountiful Bread, all proud supporters of Union College and Union College football. As we are ticking down here in the halftime break, Union can see them emerging from the locker room, way down towards the hockey rink, which is where the football locker room is as well. And Springfield making its way back out onto the field. So we're about ready to get going for what should be a good second half. Jack, Andrew Santillo and Jack Sherry here with you in the broadcast booth. The one thing we didn't mention when we talked about the first half statistics was the big rainstorm that kind of came through at the end of the first quarter and sent a lot of the spectators scrambling.
Yeah.
At that point, it was 10-0 Union, and that little rainstorm looked like it gave some momentum to Springfield as they scored right after that. We talked about the scores in that first half. William Bellamy, a passing touchdown to Finn Duran on the first drive of the game. Then Union went up 10-0 with a 27-yard field goal from Andrew Lau. Springfield got back into it, though. As you mentioned, David Wells has a touchdown, and Isaiah Cashwell-Doe had a receiving touchdown from Wells. The two touchdowns for Springfield. And then Bellamy rushed for a touchdown as well in that first half for Union. So Union led 10-0, and now they lead 16-14 at the end of – they've led throughout. Ever since the first score on the first drive. So Union got the football to start the game, so Springfield should get the ball to start the second half. And, Jack, it may have been a much different first half if not for two Springfield fumbles and the turnover on downs at the end of the first half. Springfield had a chance there to go to halftime with the lead.
Yeah, it was certainly very impressive for Union to pick up those fumbles early in the first half. And then later that turnover, like you said, it definitely would have turned into a very different score at this point if Union did not complete those.
So the turnover on downs, the Springfield sideline was not happy with the where the ball was spotted on the fourth down run from Wells, which was less than a yard short, if not a couple of inches short. And they gave a turnover on down. So the Union defense stood up in the first half. We talked about the running game for Springfield, which averages through two games. Springfield's offense is averaging 353 yards a game on the ground, 384 yards per game total. And they have over 700 rushing yards in two games coming in. In that first half, they had 122, which is a lot, especially for this Union defense to allow in one half, but not a lot for Springfield, which primarily does all of its offensive attack through the running game. So we'll see here as the teams are getting ready. Clock has 15 minutes on it. We're ready to go for the second half. Union and Springfield from Frank Bailey Field. Just some scheduling notes here. This is Union's last home game, obviously for the month of September. They're on the road next week, but it's back-to-back road games for the Dutchmen. The 13th ranked Dutchmen on the road next week at Utica, so a short trip west to take on the Pioneers. And then 2 weeks from today, they open up Liberty League play on the road at Buffalo State before returning back here Columbus Day weekend against St. Lawrence on October the 9th. So those are your upcoming schedule for the Dutchmen, who are 2-0 and trying to push it to 3-0 here as the kickoff is returned out to the 30-yard line by number 34, Ryan Hendricks, who's been in on a couple of those returns for the Springfield Pride. Springfield is 1-1, lost their opener to Western New England. All 3 games on the road, just kind of a scheduling quirk here that they have 7 of their 10 games are on the road this season. So they were at Western New England, which is a short trip. They lost that game. Then a long trip down to New Jersey to take on Rowan, which they won. So Springfield 1-1. They were the preseason pick, number 1 in the NEWMAC, New England Women's and Men's Athletic Conference. Preseason pick to win that league. Here's the first play of the second half. Wells pitches it for DeGear, and DeGear is knocked out of bounds on the near sideline by 46 Cam Adams, but not before he picks up 5 yards. And again, we talked about it. Maybe it doesn't look flashy, or it's not going to be a big thing in the stat sheet. But when you get 5 yards on first down, Jack, it's you're setting yourself up with second and short.
Yeah. And that seems to be the key for Springfield's offense, is just getting those little yard amounts each down.
So 2nd and 5, Wells going to give it up the middle for Callahan, and Callahan runs into all of the linemen on both sides, the offensive linemen for Springfield, which were recognized by D3Football.com as the offensive line of the week for their performance last week at Rowan, blocking for 496 yards rushing. Meanwhile, the Union defense trying to get off the field here on 3rd down, 3rd and 3. Opening minutes, couple minutes of this third quarter, Union leading 16-14. Wells, option right, pitches it, it's on the ground, fumble. Union's got the football. Well, it bounced around there a couple times, and a humongous turnover as Cashwell Doe just couldn't hang on to the pitch from David Wells, and another fumble recovery for the Dutchman.
Yeah. Union is now 3 for 3 in these fumbles, picking them up, which is very impressive. It's great that they're able to get them so quick.
And when you have the option, Jack, the option offense, keeping that football and not turning it over on those pitches is really crucial when you talk to Springfield head coach Mike Sarasola. Now they got 3 fumbles through the first half and a couple minutes here of the second half. So this sets up Union with 1st and 10, ball at the Springfield 36, and let's see if the Dutchman can get going here. Shotgun snap to Bellamy. He's going to turn and hand to Michael Fiore, and Fiore is knocked down in the backfield. Mike Casanelli, who Coach Sarasolo said has overcome some injuries to be out there, making the stop, along with Mancuso up front. Loss of 1. It's 2nd and 11 for the Dutchman. If you're joining us late, IK Iribor was banged up in that first half, came out of the game, and it's been Michael Fiore. Big hole for Fiore. And Fiore inside the 30. Big pickup close to a first down, Jack.
That was a great play.
Fiore gets down to the 27-yard line. Pickup of 10 on what was 2nd and 12. So now it's going to be 3rd and looks like 3rd and 1. So give Fiore 11. Or 10, I guess. It was 2nd and 11. He picked up 10, and now it's 3rd and 1. Bellamy in the pistol with Fiore. Fiore has a big hole up the middle. Now he bounces it outside. Still on his feet. Touchdown. Michael Fiore into the end zone for a touchdown.
That's great for Fiore, who had 2 touchdowns before today's game to get a 3rd and his first in the game.
Had some room right up the middle and then bounced it outside, stayed on his feet, and got into the end zone. What an impressive-looking run for Michael Fiore, and it's 22-14. Union needed a touchdown. They got the turnover, and then they get the touchdown after the short field. Andrew Lau out for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. So a big touchdown there for the Dutchmen on their first possession of the second half. Union leads it 23-14 with 12:10 remaining in the third quarter. Union fans, Union Athletics has an online store for all of your shopping needs. Visit unionathleticsgear.com for replica jerseys, Union gear, and gifts for that Dutchman fan in your life. Visit unionathleticsgear.com. That's all one word, unionathleticsgear.com. Well, Union getting a touchdown there from Michael Fiore, his third career rushing touchdown. And it comes at a big time, Jack, as we were saying there. It was 16-14 at halftime. Springfield gets the ball to start the second half. They put it on the turf, and Union turns the short field into 6 points.
Yeah, that was a great play from the fumble to get those points. It'll definitely give them a good head start for the rest of the second half.
Dutchman leading 23-14. Andrew Lau will kick off as the sun is coming back out here at Frank Bailey Field just in time as the hometown Dutchman fans get to celebrate a touchdown. And Hendricks gets back out to the 26-yard line, twisting away from a couple of would-be tacklers. And Springfield will start its second possession of the second half from the 26-yard line. So 3 fumbles in this game from this Springfield offense. Talked about how crucial it is from a defensive standpoint, kind of assignment football, not lose where the ball is when they are pitching and handing off. But Springfield, on the other hand, has got to hang on to the football. They've had 3 fumbles in this game. Wells running the option right. Keeper out over the 30-yard line. Again, a pickup of about 6 on first down. Union player lost his helmet. That's Colin Lama. Lama played a interview with Colin Lama that we recorded earlier this week at halftime.
Yeah.
Thanks to Colin, he'll have to come off for one play as his helmet came off.
Lama, who came into this game leading in tackles, it's certainly upsetting that he has to stay off for this play.
He comes out on 2nd and 4 for the Springfield Pride offense from the 32. Wells is going to pass. Drops back. He's going to put it up, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Ryan DeGear, who was open, and running back and knocking it down. I think that was St. Pierre, Austin St. Pierre, number 9. And DeGear was open, and the pass was just a little bit underthrown, and then St. Pierre was running frantically with his arms over his head. He was able to get a piece of it, I think. That could have been another. We saw the play in the first half where Springfield had a long passing touchdown. They almost had another long pass play there for this primarily run-based offense. Here's Wells. He's running for his life, and it's intercepted. Pass is intercepted and going in for a touchdown. Big mistake there for Springfield, and it's a touchdown.
Looks to be number 53.
Tommy Cavallo. Tommy Cavallo, the junior from Hopewell Junction, New York. The interception, the pick 6, and a big touchdown there for Union, although we've got a flag down here. So hold on, hold a second here. Wells made a tremendous mistake there. He was going down, and he kind of just tried to get rid of it. Couldn't get much on the pass.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a dead ball personal foul. The touchdown is good. Personal foul on Springfield. Well, Union 2 weeks ago here in the season opener against Morrisville State, they had a blocked punt for a touchdown. Here they get an interception return for a touchdown, and again, this Springfield offense, which is primarily run-based,
Yeah.
they throw an interception pick six and their fourth turnover, Jack, of this game,
Yeah.
and it leads directly to a Union touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, when you run so much, you certainly have to watch out for those throwing plays, even if it's by mistake that you do throw it.
Lau's extra point is up, and it is good. So Cavallo gets the pick six. Lau adds on the extra point, and only 4 minutes into this second half, all of a sudden it's 30-14 as Union has, I wouldn't say blown it open, but it was a 2-point game at halftime, and now all of a sudden they're up by 16.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely impressive that Union has been able to do this in such a short amount of time.
Already in this second half, Springfield started with the football. They fumbled. That led to a short field touchdown and an impressive run by Michael Fiore. And then on Springfield's second offensive possession, they throw an interception returning, and it's returned for a touchdown by junior Tommy Cavallo. So it's 30-14 Union, and now because of the penalty, Jack, Union's going to tee the ball up at midfield. That's where they'll kick off from. Because of the unsportsmanlike penalty on the return, on the interception return.
Yeah.
So Lau has a short field here now to kick. We'll see if he just boots it into the end zone, and that's what he does.
Yeah.
So it'll be a touchback out of bounds, out of the back of the end zone, and it'll be a first down for Springfield's offense, which, Jack, Springfield's offense, unfortunately, is going in the wrong direction here in the second half. They had a fumble that led to a Union touchdown and then an interception return for a Union touchdown.
Yeah, they definitely need to start picking this offense up if they want even a chance to win this game.
Springfield 4 turnovers, and that doesn't include the turnover on downs at the end of the first half. So Union's defense has stepped things up here in the second half. They played well in the first half, but they've taken it to a whole new level here in the second half, already creating 2 turnovers and getting a touchdown. So Springfield will have it 1st and 10 from the 25. Here's Wells. He's going to run the option again. They're going to pitch it to Cashwell Doe, and he's got room to run. Midfield, 40, spitting away and getting tackled at the 35-yard line. And that was the big play that Springfield was looking for. It's been Cashwell Doe. He had a long receiving touchdown in the first half, and he's got a big run here on the first play of this drive.
Yeah. Cashwell Doe, who had a gain of 28 yards in the first half. It's definitely good for him that he's able to do this.
The senior from Woburn, Massachusetts, in that wing back position, if you will. He's set up left wing, if you will, and that wing off style of the option with 3 running backs. You've got kind of a fullback standing right behind the quarterback, and then 2 other running backs set up kind of right behind him, or set up kind of right behind the offensive line, kind of forming almost like a circle behind the quarterback. That was a short run on first down. Well, if Springfield could just hang on to the ball here, they would be they'd be in good shape. But they've got 4 turnovers, including 2 already in the first 5 minutes of this second half.
Yeah.
Wells handoff up the middle. Not much room there as Jamar Edwards is in there, and Union defenders saying no room to go there. As Gioso also in there, preseason All-American Dan Gioso, the senior from Walpole, Massachusetts. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 6. This is a big 3rd down here, Jack. See if Springfield can kind of keep this drive alive or Union can force a 4th down.
Yeah.
Wells fakes right, now goes left. He's going to keep it, and he's going to be twisted down by 43 Lama. Short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down and 5, and now Springfield head coach Mike Sarasolo, I don't think really has a decision here. He's got to go for it. Ball's at the 29. It would be too long of a field goal, even though they have a good kicker in Hutra. But from here, it would be about a 46-yarder. That's pretty far out.
Yeah.
As Hutra's long as 40. He is a good kicker. He's the new MAC Special Team Player of the Week last week. And coming into the game, 3 of 3 on field goals and 6 of 6 for extra points. They're going to pass it. Wells steps away. Now he's going to pull it down. He's going to try to get to the marker, and he's going to be short. So Union's defense, another turnover on downs as Wells was going to throw the football, then took off on foot. And what do you know? Union's defense makes the stop again.
Yeah, Union's defense has been really, really good at the beginning of the second half.
2 turnovers and now a turnover on downs is how Springfield's first 3 possessions of the second half has gone. It'll be first down and 10 for the Dutchmen, who now lead 30-14 and looking to add on with 8:43 to go in this third quarter. The ball is at the 26-yard line. As Bellamy has the offense out there with Fiore behind him, Tolbert goes in motion. They're going to run it right up the middle with Fiore. Not much running room there. As in on the tackle was 98. Joe Burke in on the tackle. Junior from New Jersey. So second down and 10 after the no gain from Fiore. He's got a touchdown in this game. It's Fiore again. Give him maybe a yard, so not much running here in the first 2 plays of this possession. Give credit to the Springfield defense up front with Casanelli, Burke, and Mancuso. Springfield running a 3-4 defense. Third down and 9 for the Dutchmen. Union leading 30-14 with 7:15 to go in this third quarter, midway through the third quarter. Looking to the near side with Tolbert, and he makes the catch, and he's got a first down. So Bellamy and Tolbert connect, and then they give each other a high five, and they move the chains on first down. So Tolbert makes a nice catch on 3rd and long to keep the drive alive.
Yeah. I mean, as seen in the first half, Union can do some great stuff with a 3rd down, and, I mean, that was more proof of it.
You've seen it both running and passing. That time it was Bellamy connecting with the freshman Tolbert. Gives Union a fresh set of downs. Pitch to Fiore. Fiore's got room to run. Still going inside the Springfield territory and a first down. All the way down to the Springfield 45-yard line. Big pickup from Michael Fiore, and as Union does after a big play, they get right to the line to try to keep the Springfield defense on its heels. First and 10 from the 45 after the run from Fiore. Actually, I think that was Fiore. Now Griff Wallner is in there, number 23 in the backfield, senior from nearby Half Moon, New York, Shenendehowa grad. He'll take the carry. Wallner looking up the middle now, bounces it outside, but can't get out of the tackle of Joe Burke. Burke, a big man, 6 feet, 270. And he caught Wallner around the legs and stopped him after a pickup of 2. Again, Union playing without the services of senior Andre Ross Jr., the senior receiver, and they've been playing for a couple of quarters without IK Iribor. We haven't seen him out on the field.
Yeah.
Ross Jr. is not in pads. He's got his jersey top on. This is Wallner. Wallner fighting for those hard yards inside as 4 or 5 Springfield players come in to bring him down. including Amari Bilal. But Wallner gets to the 40, and they'll bring up 3rd and 5, so a pickup of 3 for Wallner. So Wallner really fighting for those hard yards inside.
Yeah.
3rd and 5, ball at the Springfield 40. Under 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Union leading 30-14. See what the Dutchmen have here on 3rd and 5. Bellamy looking long, and it's out of the reach over the head of Will Sermon. As there's also a referee hat down on the field. Sermon, I think, stepped out of bounds. That's why the ref's hat was down on the field. So that'll bring up 4th down, and Union's going to bring in the punt team. So try to play a little field possession game here as they try to pin Springfield deep as Lau comes out. Out to return for the Pride is number 7, C.J. Lavery. He's standing at the Springfield 9. Lau, high, straight-up kick. Lavery makes the call and the catch at the 10-yard line. So that's where Springfield will take over 1st and 10. 4:27 to go in this third quarter. It's Union 30, Springfield 14. Union fans visit Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady. Open for lunch and dinner before or after Union games. It's the place to watch college football, pro football, and hockey with friends and family. That's the Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady. Proud supporter of Union College and Union College football. So Springfield's got it 1st and 10 at the 10, and they've had trouble here in this second half. This is their 4th possession. They've had 2 turnovers and a turnover on downs. Wells pitches it for Cashwell Doe, and Cashwell Doe couldn't get to the sideline and turn it up, but he does get 5 yards on 1st down. Kind of shows you how easy Springfield can run the ball for 5 yards. I mean, if you get 5 yards every down, you're going to move down the football field.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely impressive what they're able to do with the ball when they run it.
Again, this is a Springfield offense that ran for 496 yards last week at Rowan. Wells pitches it for DeGear. DeGear, the Schenectady native, Mohannesson graduate, tackled after a pickup of 2, and it'll bring up 3rd and short. And Coach Sarasuolo asked him about Ryan DeGear. He's a local guy, Schenectady kid, Mohannesson graduate. He said, tremendous leader. He's a captain on this team, high character kid. And said the future is bright for DeGear. Pickup of a couple yards. Again, it's 3rd and call it 3. The Pride got to get to the 20-yard line. 3:15 to go in this third quarter. Union up 30-14. Wells keeps it himself. He's got the 1st down, and he's out close to the 25. So Wells keeping it himself there and getting a fresh set of downs for the Springfield offense. Union up by 16. They led 10-0, but it was 16-14 at halftime, and Union's got 2 touchdowns in this third quarter to kind of open things up a little bit. Wells is going to throw. He's looking for Cashwell Doe, who was looking down the field, not looking back at the ball, and the pass is incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down. Springfield's definitely thrown the football more in this game than they'd only attempted 6 passes in the first 2 games.
I mean, we've seen what that passing can do. You know, it can get them a really good play and some points, but, you know, for a majority of this game when they've passed it, not been the best thing.
A couple drives ago, they had a pass returned the other way for a touchdown by Tommy Cavallo on an interception. Here's Wells is going to keep it himself. Tackled by Lama and Flanagan. pickup of 6. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. So 3rd and short here. Union defense trying to get off the field. They've done really well in this second half. Springfield trying to keep this drive alive. They've struggled in this second half. 2 turnovers and a turnover on down so far in their 3 possessions. This is their 4th of the third quarter. Wells is going to be sacked. And that play was broken up from the beginning. As it was 46, Cam Adams, the senior from Saratoga Springs, New York, who got in and sacked Wells, and a big loss on the play as it goes all the way back to the 20-yard line, loss of 9. And so Springfield will have to bring out the punter, Pat Toohey. This might be Toohey's first punt. I don't think I've called his name so far today.
Yeah.
Of course, that's because Springfield's been, unfortunately for them, turning the football over. They've got the 4 turnovers. Toohey, kind of a low line drive that takes a Springfield bounce.
Yeah.
And it is down at the Union 43-yard line, and that's where the Dutchman will take over. 1st down and 10. Final minute of this third quarter. Union leading at 30-14. Andrew Santillo and Jack Sherry here in the broadcast booth at Frank Bailey Field. Union leading 30-14. The Dutchman 2-0 and ranked 13th in the country in the D3Football.com top 25. Bellamy looking to the sideline for the call. He's got 3 receivers out there on 1st down, but he's going to hand it off to Michael Fiore. Fiore not much there, but Jack, I like what Fiore brings. He's kind of a up-the-middle runner, but when he gets some room, he's really got some speed.
Oh, yeah. He's been able to do some great stuff throughout the whole game if he's given the room to really sprint and run.
Only 1 yard on that pickup for Fiore. Again, came in as the leading rusher, averaging 8.1 yards a carry coming in. 19 carries for $153 coming into this game, and he's added a touchdown in this game, so he's got 3 rushing touchdowns on the season. Man in motion is Sheehan, the tight end. They're going to fake the handoff, and Bellamy's just going to slide down. That was a kind of a weird play. I'm not sure if that's exactly how they designed it. They had Sheehan go in motion, and that'll be the final play of this third quarter. A third quarter that was dominated by the Union defense as they caused a fumble, a short field that led to a Union touchdown, and then an interception return for a touchdown by junior Tommy Cavallo, as Union out in front by a couple of scores here as we're through 3 quarters. At the end of 3, it's Union 30 and Springfield 14. You're listening and watching to Union College Football on UnionAthletics.com. Union fans, Brown Coach is the official charter company and a proud supporter of Union College Athletics. Call Brown Coach or Brown Travel for all of your charter and travel needs. That's Brown Coach, a proud supporter of Union College and Union College Football. So as we get ready for the fourth quarter here, Andrew Santillo and Jack Sherry. Jack, Union's 1 quarter away from going to 3-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we've seen this game as kind of Union scored the first 10 points, then it was 16-14 at halftime, and now Union scored 2 touchdowns. So it's certainly by no means over. Union's up a couple of scores, but they've got to keep the pedal on the metal here.
Yeah, definitely.
As we get ready to start the fourth quarter, the Dutchman moving now from right to left across your computer screen or TV, monitor, phone, however you're watching us. Bellamy's going to throw it for Fiore out of the backfield, and he's got it close to a first down into Springfield territory. So even now utilizing Michael Fiore out of the backfield to make a reception. And they give him a first down. I guess they didn't give him a first down. From here, it looks like it's – from here, it looked like it was enough for the first down, but they're actually going to say it's fourth down. Union's going to bring the punter out.
Oh.
I thought from here, I guess I was kind of looking at it from our angle. It looked like it was a yard ahead of where the marker was, but it's actually half a yard behind.
Mm-hmm.
So Lau is going to come out to punt the football away. High hanger, Lavery calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 19. And that's where Springfield will take over with 14-18 to go in this game. Dutchman leading 30-14. Union fans, be sure to stop by the Center Street Public House and Garden located at 308 Union Street in Schenectady, featuring TVs to watch all of your favorite teams, great food and live entertainment. Center Street is a proud partner of Union College Athletics and Union College football. That's the Center Street Public House and Garden located on 308 Union Street. 1st and 10 for the Pride. Springfield hoping their fourth quarter possessions fare better than their third quarter ones because they had a couple of turnovers, a turnover on downs. They had to punt. Couldn't score any points in that third quarter, but they get a 5-yard run on their first offensive play of the fourth quarter. And the option has been pretty much held in check by this Union defense. They do have a long touchdown pass from Wells to Cashwell Doe. Yeah, going right up the middle is Callahan, and he's got enough for the first down. So if Springfield wants to get back in this game, Jack, they got to do it right here on this possession, get something going.
Yeah, definitely. And, I mean, this is Springfield's last chance to show, like, was that rain, the magic that they needed, or – can they do something different here?
Yeah, if you joined us late as there's a Union player down on the field, it was 10-0 Union at the end of the first quarter. And then right towards the end of the first quarter, it started raining pretty good here. And, Jack, as you said, it kind of was the magic rain for Springfield as they got right back into the game with a couple of possessions. The rain stopped, and Springfield kept coming. It was 16-14 at halftime, but a couple of third-quarter turnovers turned into 2 Union touchdowns has opened this game up a little bit. Trying to see the number there.
I think that's number 90, Seth
Bartosky. Yeah, it's a little hard to see on the front of the uniforms with the garnet on the gray jerseys.
Yeah. Especially
those block circle numbers. It's a little hard to tell. 90, is it 98? Is it 90? Is it 93? But it is Bartosky. He walks off. I think he may be just cramping up a bit. It was really hot and humid at the start of this game. So you have to imagine these guys were drinking a lot of water at halftime, trying to stay hydrated. It's cooled off a little bit, but it's still pretty warm for certainly this time of the evening as we get close to 7 o'clock. On first down, Springfield picked up about 7 on that run, so it's second and short. 13:05 to go in this game. Union leading 30-14.
Bartosky, who had 8 tackles going into this game, it's certainly upsetting that he's not in right now.
But making a big play in his absence is Cam Adams, who stops Cashwell Doe short of the first down line. It'll be 3rd and 1, and Adams has done a nice job this season. The senior from Saratoga Springs, New York. He had 6 tackles in 2019 when these two teams played. So he likes playing this Springfield team.
Yeah.
As he's been around the ball a couple of times in the second half. The senior who came into today's game with 7 tackles. And a flag flies there as Cashwell Doe got the motor started a little early. That was so, sometimes you stop, did anyone see me? That
Yeah.
one, he just kept going because
Yeah.
he knew everyone in the stadium saw him moving.
Yeah.
Wasn't going to be able to get away with that one, I don't think.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
So he just kind of kept, maybe he could have just kept going could have been like one of those commercials, want to get away,
Yeah.
as he just runs off the field.
Yeah.
So a 5-yard penalty for a false start for Cashwell Doe, and that backs up Springfield. It'll be 3rd down, and now Springfield's going to take a timeout. So with 12:05 to go in this game and trailing 30-14, Springfield's going to take a timeout and talk over this 3rd down and 6. This is a big play for the Pride as they need to keep this drive alive if they're going to have any chance of coming back here trailing by 2 scores.
Yeah.
So Union in this game, we look at first Springfield, at least offensively. Wells talked to Coach Sarasuolo. He was injured in the first week's game against Western New England, came back last week, and Coach Sarasuolo said it was good, excited to see him back out there last week because Wells is a senior and he's waited for his opportunity to get out there and play. 1 of 4 passing for 74 yards and a touchdown. That one was a 74-yard touchdown, but he also has thrown an interception pick 6 that was returned the other way for a touchdown. He also has run the ball 15 times for 27 yards.
Yeah.
That pass is completed, it looks like, to Ian Porter, the senior receiver, who made 3 catches back in 2019 but hadn't had any catches so far this season. But he gets a big one there to keep this drive alive. They get a 1st down out to the 47.
Yeah.
Big play there from Wells, who connects his 2nd pass to, this time, to Ian Porter. As Springfield now has 3 receivers out there. And Callahan up the middle gets to Union's side of the field to the 47. Big pickup going right up the middle. That's kind of Callahan's bread and butter. They get him going. You don't want to get in the way of him. 6'1", 225 pounds as he's barreling down at you.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Springfield had 3 receivers on that last play. We'll see if they start maybe trying to open things up here as they trail by 2 scores with 11 minutes to go exactly in this game. Nope, they're back to the option formation here on 1st down, or 2nd down rather. It is right up the middle, and the entire Union team still can't bring down number 33, which is Nicholas Ranieri. Ranieri gets a couple of yards to the 44. It'll be 3rd down and 1. I would assume they're going to run it here. 3rd and short. They did bring in 3 receivers a couple plays ago, but back to the option style. As Wells is under center, Cashwell Doe barking out a couple of instructions for his team. They're going to give it up the middle with Ranieri, and Ranieri is inside the 40, a 1st down. So Springfield, what do you know, slow and steady. They're moving down the field. 10 minutes to go in this game, 10:05. And timeout Union. So Union's going to take a timeout. And I think defensive coordinator Rick Flanders is going to kind of get his guys around him and say, maybe just give them a break here. Remember, they've been out on the field a lot in the 2nd half because they had the touchdown. So they had the touchdown, had to come right back out.
Yeah.
So they've been out on the field a lot in the 2nd half. And even Union's offensive touchdown was a short field. So Springfield's had the ball a lot of this 2nd half. And I think Union took a timeout there just to try to give its defensive players a breath and get a swig of water and then get back out there, because it's got to be hard to face a Springfield offense that just kind of rams you, runs the ball right at you every single play. You got to take hits on every single play. It's not like if you throw passes, it could be an incomplete pass. You're running the football, you're tackling somebody every single play.
Oh, yeah.
Springfield has 3 receivers. The only back is Ranieri. Wells is going to throw. He's looking deep for Porter, and Porter hauls it in inside the 5. So Porter got behind the defense. It'll be 1st and goal, Springfield. And the Springfield contingent here at Frank Bailey Field is getting loud as 9:55 to go. Springfield has it 1st and goal as they connect Wells to Porter. 1st and goal, they spot the ball right at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and that's what Springfield needed. And, I mean, we've seen their passing has definitely been hit or miss this entire game. So good for them that they were able to do that.
They spot the ball at the 4. It'll be 1st and goal. Here's Wells. Wells going to keep it himself, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. So with 9:26 remaining, Springfield with a big touchdown as they pull a bit closer. It's 30-20. No, that's not right. It's 30. No, that's right. Yeah, that is right.
Yeah.
I was thinking they had 16, but Union had 16.
Yeah.
Union was up by 16. So it is a 30-20 game. I wonder if Springfield go for 2 here, down by 10.
Yeah.
And it looks like they are going to do just that, trying to cut this to an 8-point possession game. They got to snap it quickly here. 3 seconds on the play clock. 2 seconds. They just snap it away. Here's Wells. Wells, he throws it into the turf, looking for Porter. So as you said, Jack, it's been hit or miss with the passing, and I think they tried to catch Union off guard there with a pass, but unfortunately Wells could not connect with Porter, although it was the big pass from Wells to Porter to get them down close to the end zone before the touchdown for David Wells. And with 9:26 remaining, it's Union 30, Springfield 20. So we've got a game here, 10-point game with 9.5 minutes to go. As the sun starts to set here, we had a late 4:30 kickoff. As there was a field hockey game played on this turf earlier today. So that's why we were, Union normally has either a noon or 1 p.m. kickoff on Saturdays. But they have a 4:30 kickoff this evening. That's why we're still playing here. 30-20 is the score.
Got a little nervous. I saw it started to get dark, and I thought it was going to rain again.
So we approach 7 o'clock. So teeing it up will be I think that's Hutra, the kicker. 17. Big hit on that far side on the return as Raybacks gets it out near the 20, but he was hit hard and knocked down, and Union's going to start 1st and 10 at the 19. 9:21 to go in this game, and Jack, Union's offense comes out here at a pivotal point. They've got to obviously they're going to try and score points, but they need to take some time off this clock and drive down the field. At the very least.
Yeah, but I mean, it's great. Union has some really good options in passing or rushing, so I mean, they could really go either way here.
It's a Union offense that's averaged 55 points per game through the first 2 games. They've got 30 here. As a big hole, it looked like for Fiore, closed quickly. So Fiore picks up 4. He comes out a little banged up, it looks like, replaced by Griff Wallner. If you joined us late, IK Iribor was banged up in the first half. Union also playing without the services of receiver Andre Ross Jr., who was injured last week at Worcester State. 8:45 to go in this game. 2nd and 6. Bellamy in the pistol with Wallner behind him. He's going to turn and give it to Wallner. Wallner running right. Not much room there as Springfield pushes him back. As Thomas Evans, number 45, was in on the hit. along with, I believe, 91 Mancuso. So it'll be 3rd and long here, 3rd and 6 with 8:10 to go in this game. A big play here for both sides.
Yeah.
Union trying to keep this drive alive, keep the clock ticking, up by 10 with 8 minutes to go. Springfield trying to get off the field here on 3rd down. 5 seconds. They're going to, I think, take a timeout here as Coach Behrman takes a timeout just before the play clock runs down. 7:50 to go in this game. Again, we talked about the upcoming schedule for the Dutchmen. They are ranked 13th in the country. They'll be on the road the next 2 weeks. Next Saturday at Utica, 1 o'clock game in Utica, New York. Just maybe an hour and a half, depending on how fast you drive west of here. And then they'll kick off Liberty League play the first weekend in October at Buffalo State before returning here to Frank Bailey Field to take on St. Lawrence on Columbus Day weekend, October the 9th. But before all that, we've got 8 minutes to go in this game, and Union leads 30-20. Big 3rd down. Jack, what do you think here? 3rd down, we've talked about it, pass, run. If you're Union head coach Jeff Behrman, what are you doing right here? Put you on the spot.
Oh, man, on the spot, I would probably have to go with the pass here. I mean, I think it's a smart choice. Springfield focuses on rushing, so maybe by Union passing, they could get something done here.
Bellamy looking for a receiver, throws it, and it's behind Herman. He was scrambling to the sideline. Head coach Behrman is looking for a flag, I believe. I think it was intended for Herman, I believe, although Finn Duran was in the area as well. It'll bring up 4th down, and Union's going to bring out the punt team. So Union has 2 touchdowns in this second half. But they both have been the defense, really, that's kind of generated that as the lights start to come on here at Frank Bailey Field. I was going to say, it's getting a little dark out there on the field.
Yeah.
It's getting dark quick. They better juice up those lights as Andrew Lau is going to punt it away. Fair catch made by Lavery at the 45, so Springfield will have good field position here to start this possession. Down by 10, and Jack, it's going to be the Union defense here that's going to have to come out and make another play.
Yeah.
Union's up by 10 with 7:38 remaining.
Yeah. I mean, the Union defense was great in the 3rd quarter, so let's hope that they can bring that back here and really get Union some more points.
Lights coming on here at Frank Bailey Field as Wells is back out there at quarterback for Springfield. Short handoff on 1st down. So Springfield, they went for 2 on their last touchdown and didn't get it. That was Callahan for 2. So they're down by 10, so they need 2 scores here in the final 7:20 if they're going to try to make a come-from-behind victory against the 13th ranked Dutchmen here at home. Wells fakes the handoff up the middle. He's still on his feet. He's got a 1st down into Union territory all the way down close to the 35-yard line. Pickup of 17 for David Wells. Gets down to the 36-yard line of Union, and now Springfield on the move here. 6:50 to go. Union leading 30-20. Wells, hand up off the middle. It's Callahan. Union's got a player down as Callahan gets close to the 1st down yardage. Springfield was hurrying to the line, but Union's got a player down, and that's going to force a stoppage here. As looks like that's Gioso, Dan Gioso, the preseason All-American, making his way off the field. As he is, looks like he's okay, although he's obviously in some pain, but I think he's more upset that he's got to come out of the game here.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2nd and 1 for Springfield, 6:35 to go. Now they wind that clock. Wells, a broken play, and he goes down behind the line of scrimmage. Big play there by Tommy Cavallo to get through, as Union read that play right away, and they get through and stop Wells in the backfield. Cavallo had the interception pick 6 in the third quarter. And now it's 3rd and 2. This defense has played its heart out here in this game. They've forced 4 Springfield turnovers. Wells, the pitch for Cashwell Doe. Cashwell Doe got the first down to the 25. A fresh set of downs for the Pride, as he only got about 3, but he only needed 2.
Yeah.
Keeps the drive alive, 5:35 to go. First and 10, Springfield at the Union 25, 5:20 to go. Wells takes the snap, fakes to Callahan, now gets it out for DeGear. And DeGear's run out of bounds at the 20, but he picks up 5. Again, this Union defense trying to bend but not break, and the Springfield offense making it look pretty easy when they get 5 yards. They just fake it up the middle. Wells swoops around, pitches it out for DeGear. They get 5 to the 20.
Yeah.
Clock running, 5 minutes to go in this game. Union trying to hang on, 30 to 20, but Springfield on the move here. And a pass completed, but Union got a timeout called as the Dutchmen take a timeout with 4:46 to go, which actually may have been a smart timeout call because Springfield was setting up to pass the football there, Jack, which they don't do very often.
Yeah.
And they completed the pass, actually, even though the whistles were blowing.
Yeah.
So a timeout, Union, with 4:45 to go. Union leading 30 to 20. Union fans visit Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub in downtown Schenectady, open for lunch and dinner before or after Union games, maybe after tonight's game. It's the place to watch college football, pro football, hockey with friends and family. That's the Katie O'Byrne's Irish Pub, located in downtown Schenectady, a proud supporter of Union College and Union College football. Well, the lights taking full effect now here at Frank Bailey Field. 4:48, so they put a couple of seconds back on the clock before this second down. 2nd and 5, ball at the Union 20. Callahan up the middle. Short pickup. Getting the first down inside the 15 as the Springfield drive continues. Four minutes to go, fresh set of downs, ball at the 14 for Springfield. Wells just gets the pitch away to DeGear, and DeGear scrambles to get out of bounds. After picking up a couple, that play almost looked like it was going to be blown up in the backfield by the Union defense. Instead, Springfield gets 2 or 3 yards out of it. Clock stops initially, but now it'll roll. 3:40 to go. Springfield needs to score twice here, so they got to if you're a Springfield fan or Springfield, they've got to start moving. 3:30 to go.
Yeah.
Still a lot of time, though. They're going to pass the football, and it's incomplete. They were looking for, I think, Porter, 81, knocked away, as it's almost impossible to see the Union numbers at this point, as between the sun setting, the lights kicking on. It's tough to see on that far side of the field, but Union defender made a nice play on that pass. I think they got a hand on it, as it looked like it was batted away. Third down and 7. Wells is going to roll right. Still rolling, now looking to run, and he's knocked out of bounds by Colin Lama, and he lost a couple of yards, so that'll set up 4th down, and with a good kicker in Hutra, I think Springfield is going to bring out the kick team. They're down by 10. So Wells lost a couple of yards there, back to the original line of scrimmage. So Hutra is out for what will be a 30-yard kick from the right hash. Kukaza is the snapper. The hold was down, the kick is up, and it is good. So a 30-yard field goal for Christian Hutra. And it will be 30-23 with 2:54 remaining in this game.
Yeah.
So it's a one-possession game, Jack, with under 3 minutes to go.
Yeah. I mean, the big question is, will Springfield be able to get some more points before Union might possibly even get some more? I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here in these last couple of minutes.
Who can get a stop? We brought out all the stops here.
Yeah.
We brought out the binoculars because it's a little difficult to see these Union numbers.
Yeah.
So Springfield's going to kick off. Obviously got to be aware of the onside kick here. 2:54 left to go. Springfield, scoreboard says 1 timeout left for both teams. So see what Springfield does here with Hutra. They kick it onside. It's loose.
Looks like Springfield got it, or at least that's what.
No indication yet.
Yeah. Springfield players are certainly excited.
There's a flag on the field. I still don't think they've indicated who came out with the ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't go 10 yards, but I don't know if a Union player touched it first or not.
Yeah.
This referee crew taking a long time to let us know what's going on here. So penalty on Springfield. So I still don't think they indicated who actually came away with the football. Springfield certainly thought that they came away with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks like they're lining up to re-kick it, although I think I would think Union could just decline that penalty, although maybe not because they didn't recover it, although we don't know because they never signaled.
Yeah.
So they're, all in all, they're going to move Springfield back, and we're going to redo it here.
Okay. Certainly not the worst case scenario.
Not the worst case, but not the best case if you're a Union fan.
Yeah.
So they're going to tee it up again. On that last one, Springfield just did a little short kick. So we'll see what they do here now. They kick it short.
Union looks like definitely caught that. Well, I say not definitely, but.
Union initially looked like they certainly grabbed it, and then
Yeah.
the Springfield whole team kind of came through. So it'll be Union football with 2:52 remaining. So Springfield has one timeout, 2:52 to go, but a couple of first downs, and Union going to try to put this one out of reach as they lead 30-23 with 2:52 remaining. Well, this has been a good one.
Yeah, definitely. Certainly
yeah,
an exciting first game with students back.
Andrew Santillo and Jack Sherry, you said it, Jack. There's a big crowd that has been here all throughout with
Yeah.
exception for this little rainstorm that
Yeah.
happened at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Dutchmen. Ball's at the Springfield 42. High snap. They hand it right up the middle. And that's Fiore with the carry. Gets to the 40, or maybe 41, pickup of 1. Going to let this clock run down. 2:19 to go. Nothing doing there as the Springfield defense comes through and makes the hit. 2 minutes to go in this game. Union's going to let it run all the way down again. There's 23 seconds on the play clock, 1:55 now on the game clock. If Union can get a first down, this game is all but over, but it's 3rd and long.
I mean, like with the rest of the game, they've been able to do some great stuff during the 3rd down. So, I mean, who knows what's going to happen.
Fiore with the run, stopped at the 40. See if Springfield uses its last timeout, and I believe they have. So with 1:22 left to go in this game, the clock stops. So to bring up 4th down, and I assume Union's going to try to pin Springfield deep and make them go the entire distance of the football field.
Yeah.
Union leading 30-23. 13th ranked Dutchmen in a dogfight here with Springfield. Their biggest lead was 16. They led 16-14 at halftime, then scored 2 touchdowns in the 3rd quarter, which were one was a defensive touchdown. The other one was aided by a turnover.
Yeah.
So it was 30-14. And in the 4th quarter, Springfield has scored a touchdown and added a field goal. They missed the conversion, though, on their touchdown. So they've only scored 9 points, and they trail by 7. So Lau is going to come out to punt. And it's, I believe, Lavery is standing at his own 8. 1:22 to go in this game. Lau punt goes down, takes a Springfield hop, and rolls out of bounds at about the 15 or 16-yard line. So Springfield's got the football back, down by a touchdown, but they've got to go the length of the field here.
Yeah, and when you're a team that runs the ball a lot, it's probably not the best case scenario for them.
And they don't have any timeouts remaining.
Yeah.
But the clock stops with 1st down, so see what happens here as Wells brings this troops back out onto the field. 30-23, Union leading with 1:16 to go. Union's defenses had a whale of a game. 4 turnovers, 1 touchdown. They got to make one more stop here if Union's going to be victorious. Wells, hands up the middle. And as you said, to your point, Jack, that's going to take a lot of time because Callahan got a big gain on first down, but the clock runs with no timeouts for Springfield. 1 minute to go in this game.
Yeah.
Under a minute, 57 seconds to go. Run to the far side and getting the first down, and I believe going out of bounds around the 29-yard line. I'm not sure if that was Cashwell Doe. I think it was Cashwell Doe. And meanwhile, there's like ominous clouds off back behind the field here.
Yeah.
Kind of off to our, I guess, northeast.
That combined with the stomping really makes it seem like it's going to rain again. I mean.
1st and 10, Springfield ball at the 30. Wells is going to pass, and it is incomplete. Looking for Porter. Incomplete on that far side. 47 seconds to go. Well, to your point, Jack, Springfield had run, and now they, I think, are realizing that they've still got to go 70 yards.
Yeah.
And they've only got 47 seconds left. So they're starting to pass the football, and we'll see how things continue. Wells is going to pass again. He drops back. He's hit as he throws, and it's caught. Down at the Union 46-yard line, it's Porter. They're going to hurry to the line. Ball spotted at the 45. Clock has not started yet. Now they wind at 40 seconds to go, and Wells is going to spike it. Boy, oh boy, they get down to the 45-yard line.
Yeah.
Wells in this game is, I think that was just his 4th completion. Has thrown a touchdown pass, but has also thrown an interception that's been returned for a touchdown. 2nd and 10 after the spike. Springfield ball at the Union 45. Union defense trying to hang on. Dutchman lead by a touchdown. Wells is going to throw, and it's intercepted. Intercepted. And run out of bounds and run out of the stadium.
Number 43, Colin Lama. Or at least that's what it looked like from here.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I mean, he has the
Lama
ball right
still,
now.
He still has the ball.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Drinks are being thrown in the stadium. People are certainly excited.
Well, Lama's going to hang on to that ball.
Yeah.
He might bring it back to
I know,
he might bring it back to his dorm room.
Yeah.
Big interception for Colin Lama. 5th turnover.
Wow. Yeah.
Union defense causes 5 turnovers, and they get a touchdown. And in the first 2 games, it was the Union offense, Jack.
Yeah. This game has certainly been led by the defense.
Yeah. You said it. So no timeouts, 30 seconds to go. Union's going to improve, barring some sort of catastrophe here. Union's going to improve to 3-0 as Bellamy takes a knee. And that should do it.
Yeah.
But Union got its money's worth here from a game Springfield side. As the players are out there shaking hands, now the teams are going to come to midfield. A hard-fought game.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you thought this game was going to be, and it was. Union, as the clock is going to hit triple zeros, or double zero.
Yeah.
30-23, Union wins it and improves to 3-0. And Union wins its 15th consecutive regular season game.
Yeah.
They won the final 3 games in 2018, won all 10 regular season games in 2019. I'm sorry, they won their 16th because now they're 3-0. 16th consecutive regular season game and improved to 3-0. That's all the Coach Behrman's not worrying about the other 15 in a row. He's worried about this one, and Union did just enough to come out on the right side of this one.
Yeah.
The final score, Union 30, And Springfield 23. What a game. The Union
Yeah.
defense causes 5 turnovers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Impressive stats from
Yeah.
Lama throughout the entire game.
Yeah, I was good.
And-
Jack, your final thoughts here as Union escapes with a 30-23
I mean,
victory.
Coming into this game, Union certainly had a lot to live up to offensively. You know, they scored 60-some points last game, 40-some points the other game, and you know the offense certainly did a great job here tonight, but the defense certainly took it home today.
We'll give you some quick statistics before we get out of here. First for Springfield, the visitors from Massachusetts. Wells passing 4 of 10 for 145 yards, had 1 touchdown but 2 interceptions, including the game ender. Isaiah Cashwell-Doe had the 1 long catch for 74-yard touchdown. Porter had 3 catches late for 71 yards. Tim Callahan led the way on the ground, 16 carries for 94 yards. Cashwell-Doe also had 78 yards rushing. David Wells, the quarterback, ran 21 times for 56 yards. On the defensive side for Springfield, 12 tackles for senior Kyle Neer. Union offensively, Will Bellamy, 7 of 17, which for him is a kind of a pedestrian statistic mark, 122 yards and 1 touchdown. Robbie Tolbert was the top target, 3 catches for 79 yards. Finn Duran had a receiving touchdown. Ike Irabor, who went out early in the game, 11 carries for 33 yards. Michael Fiore had a touchdown. Will Bellamy also had a rushing touchdown. And defensively, Colin Lama, you said it,
Yeah.
16 tackles. He's in the
Wow.
books for 16
Oh my
tackles.
goodness.
Cam Adams, 9 tackles. And the Union defense, 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
And you can hear the Union team down on the field celebrating this one, as they will celebrate and improving to 3-0 before the next couple of games being on the road. Next 2 weeks on the road. Next Saturday, Union will be in action at Utica. And then 3 weeks from today, they'll be back here at Frank Bailey Field on Columbus Day weekend when they'll take on St. Lawrence in a Liberty League matchup. So that'll do it here from a victorious and still drying out, I think, Frank Bailey Field from
Yeah.
that rainstorm in the first quarter. Some thank yous to hand out. Thanks to head coach Jeff Behrman for joining us in the pregame. Thank you to Colin Lama, who was our halftime guest and then made the big play at the end of the game to seal the Union victory. Thanks to Steve Sheridan, his athletic communications staff, and Jim McLaughlin, the athletic director at Union College. And thanks to you for tuning us in here on UnionAthletics.com. We got a good one. The final score, 30-23. Union wins it. They improved to 3-0. For Jack Sherry, I am Andrew Santillo saying so long and good evening from Frank Bailey Field. Union improves to 3-0 with a 30-23 victory over Springfield.